Hello everyone and welcome to Assembly Hall, the scene for today's marquee matchup. It is Beta Theta Pi against Sigma Phi Epsilon, the second of the men's semifinal game. Winner of this will advance and march on to the final, facing the victorious Lambda Chi Alpha here at Assembly Hall. It is I, Cooper Schoenberg, alongside Jackson Pittner. And Jackson, before we get into this game, what an awesome matchup we just saw.
Yeah, Lambda Chi Alpha getting the win over Sigma Nu. Just a great game, back and forth at the end, ended up a 2-point win for Lambda Chi Alpha. And just the energy here, just from the frat guys showing up to support their teams. The coaches are into it, they got the suits on. Really just a tremendous experience for these players. And yeah, Lambda Chi Alpha getting the win, and they'll await the winner of this one for the championship game.
Back and forth it went, and we saw a lot of runs. People talk about it a lot in basketball. It is a game of runs, and we saw just that with Lambda taking a big lead, but Sigma Nu not down and out, calling right back, tying it up. Absolute phenomenal mid-range shot by Lambda with 11 seconds left to take that 43-41 win and eventually advanced on to the finals. Now taking a look at this game, something really special, in my opinion, an historic matchup, for it was Beta facing Sig Ep, the same two teams that are playing right now, faced off in the inaugural 2022 GBA championship. It was Beta victorious in that bout, taking home the trophy for themselves. Since then, Beta and Sig Ep, a lot of success. Beta has made the Final Four 3 out of the last 4 years, only advancing once. It was that first year where they went to the finals and took home the trophies, but a very exciting matchup here today. Both teams kind of similar, slow, rocky starts, but they have come all the way back. Very winning records, and I am really excited to see how these two teams match up. Tip-off right about underway, and we are off, and it is Beta going to be taking home this ball. It's Gavin Everett, number 5, the speedy point guard, right around the key. Swinging it to senior, and only senior on Beta, Burke Eldley. And right away, we're going to get a foul called, trying to get it down into the paint for what I have been told is Beta's best and star player. You might remember seeing him on that viral 6-7 dunk clip. That's Nick Vakirva. Inbounded into the quarter. Everett driving. That's going to be a turnover, and Sig Ep is going to take it away. Now at the top of the key, number 30. Gallagher surveying, swinging. I think it's just one of those things where you gotta just slow down. You're not playing outside anymore. There's no cans to slip on, no water. This is a controlled environment indoors in Assembly Hall. Such a legendary stadium. I know both teams fired up as Beta is gonna come away with the turnover there. Phenomenal defense by leader and point guard Gavin Everett.
Yeah, sloppy start here so far, but good defense, like you said. Transition defense into offense, a highlight for both of these teams really in this game.
Now coming back out, top of the key. That's Vic. Long 2, and it's good. That's how the scoring is going to start. Said it from the beginning, a playmaker, a shooter, a defender. Athletic prowess in getting it done. Beta a 2-0 lead. Sig Ep almost sloppy right there, but OJ, number 0 at the top of the key. To McGrath, and now on the wing. Gallagher back to McGrath, surveying, taking their time. And again, something to note, no shot clock in this one, so you can take your time, as that's a 3 hoisted by Sig Ep just off the front right rim. Gavin Everett once again coming down with the rebound, and Beta's going to push this one. Swinging it to the corner. Burke, Weldy, the 3 off the side of the backboard. You're not going to see that too often. When we talked with the coach of Beta, Peyton Snorsky, he said Weldy, an unbelievable defender and an even better shooter. So get that out of the way with, and let's see some players start to get hot. It's OJ for Sig Ep once again at the top of the key, surveying, getting it down to the big fella. That's a foul, and that's a basket. Count that, baby, and a foul. 2-2, and that's going to send Sig Ep's Hanch to the line, shooting 1.
Yeah, just a great find there. As we look at the replay here, taking the contact, just going up strong with it, gets the basket to go, and yeah, I'll have an opportunity for one more shot here on the free throw.
See what they can do. Both teams playing excellent defense. And yes, I believe that this is a running clock, maybe until the last 2 minutes, but it's not stopping for a free throw or a dead ball. 17 minutes left in this first half. It's 2-2 as that free throw did miss. Everett to the corner, driving. Beta, turn over. Gallagher once again with phenomenal defense. And it's Hanch, the big fella, taking it. Now pushing it up the floor is Jake Gallagher once again. Top of the key, taking their time. Segap surveying. Beautiful defense right there by Beta. Into the corner and back out. Peaches gonna hoist one. That's a three, that's an air ball. Off the left side, Burke Weldy with the outlet pass to Vic. Vic surveying, oh my God, a nice little dribble. In and out move, reverse layup, count it. Flex to the camera, why don't you? 4-2, Beta leads.
Nice take there for Beta to get back on top here early. Feels like it's been a slow start, sloppy start a little bit, but like you said, you can acknowledge that to both these teams' defenses. They came to play today so far.
Little mid-range off right there, but an offensive rebound. Going to be an important key for this SIGAP team is they have 6 guys, 6'3" and above, 3 of which are 6'5". They play a big brand of basketball, but don't count them out along the long line as they can hoist the 3. Hanch surveying OJ, going to hoist another one. That's a 3, that's off. Everett trying to corral it, but it's going to go off to Beta's Phillips. Pushing the floor is Beta, here they come.
Yeah, the hoisting of the 3 there. Open looks. There's the deep one for Beta. Nothing there.
Another air ball right there. Got to get the long shots out of the way with air ball or not. Look to see them bounce back both sides of the floor. Now it's SIGAP bringing the ball back off of that missed shot. And that's going to be a travel right there. Picked up his pivot foot, calling for a walk. Costly turnover. Going to see a smart brand of basketball trying to be played by both teams. I think a key takeaway is whoever can limit their turnovers is who is going to be victorious in this one.
Yeah. We talked to both these teams at the end of the day. You know, the court's a little bit different than what they're used to playing on, but a game's a game. And yeah, that's how you have to go about this. In Assembly Hall, a place where, you know, Mecca college basketball, it's a game, and you just got to go about how you play, and there's another turnover.
Gavin Everett trying to get a little nifty with it with the behind the back. Jake Gallagher surveying, now driving. Kick out to the big fella. They call him Big Bread. That would have been a big-time 3 off to Phillips of Beta. Gavin Everett just trying to get his boys set. Off to Vic. Pushing the floor, a little more aggressive brand of basketball. Great in and out move, trying to finish with the left. He's not going to get it to go. Offensive rebound, big time hustle, but big time board by Big Bread. Now it's SIGAP's turn. Ball is in their court. Pull up, long range 2 off the front rim. Going to go to Burke Weldy, the only senior on this Beta team. When I talked to head coach Snorsky of Beta, he said Burke is the captain, is the leader of this team, and not only on the court, but off the court as he acts as a co-commissioner in this league. And there it is again. Vic got it started with the 2. He's going to get it going with the 3. 7-2, Beta leads, and this crowd is fired up. That's what makes this so fun.
Yeah.
You get both frat friends out here, rowdy, electric, and it just makes it that much more fun to watch and root on.
Yeah, Nick Viqueira is here to play. Great start early for Beta. They're going to want to see that from him this entire game if they want to move on to the championship matchup later this afternoon.
Jake Gallagher with a nice nifty move, driving on Gavin Everett. Try to get it to go. A little scoop with the left. Weldy corralling it. Farrell on the 3-point line. Trying to drive baseline out to Weldy, and they're going to take their time. It's Gavin Everett at the top of the key. Phillips on the right wing. Taking their time, surveying, getting a little pick and roll action. Farrell with the fake, with the drive. Beautiful mid-range, couldn't get it to go off the back arc. Sigap with the rebound, now pushing the ball.
Yeah, with no shot clock, gives these teams some freedom if they want to slow things down or push the paces. Here's a 3-point attempt, can't go.
Second by Peaches right there of Sigap. First one short, second one short. One of those things you got to get used to playing on a bit of a bigger court, more regulation size, if you will. So these rims are going to be unfamiliar, the distance unfamiliar. Vic tried to do it again with the 3, but Gavin Everett, great hustle play, offensive rebound. Farrell driving, mid-range, pull up, got it. Beta 9-2 and a hot start with 12:15 to go in this first half.
Yeah, only a few field goals made in the first 5 or 6 minutes of this game, but Beta, last couple of possessions have found the basket, and they're looking strong so far.
Now it's SIGEP's turn. I mean, when you look at the size matchup, like we alluded to before, it's all SIGEP. So why not try to get it down and in? But they're going to hoist another three, and they're going to get their first three of the game. That's going to make it a 9-5 ball game. Great shot right there by SIGEP. I won't say it again. I jinxed them. Said get it in. They took it outside, and it worked very well.
Yeah, both of these teams capable of shooting the three ball. We'll see if SIGEP can work it inside later on, but for now, lots of three-point shots being taken.
And there's another one right there. That was a beautiful no-look pass by Vic. I believe a foul was called. I don't know if it was on the three-point attempt or if it was on the floor. Actually, I think Beta's going to get called for a moving screen offensive foul. So you can see it right there. Vic with a beautiful hoisted three. That was his second bucket of the game. That's going to give him 5 on the night. Little step back, why don't you? And here we go. SIGEP driving once again. Phenomenal defense by the Carmel, Indiana native Burke Weldy. Top of the key defense by Phillips. Beta looking like absolute clamps. Little pick and roll action. Nothing doing for SIGEP. Tough, harsh defense. They are going to force a turnover. Beta's clapping, and they are taking this ball back.
Yeah, just a great defensive possession there by Beta, really forcing SIGEP into kind of an uncomfortable rhythm there, and then the pass turns into a turnover. Here comes Beta the other way.
Gavin Everett trying to drive, using the pivot foot beautifully, and that is going to roll right in. Thought it was out until it wasn't. Beta up 11-5, beautiful layup by the junior point guard. Let's see how SIGEP can respond. Top left key, trying to get it down low. Hanch going to get fouled, called on the floor. That's going to be SIGEP's ball, out of bounds.
Yeah, about halfway through this first half, really strong start for Beta. It's interesting, though, the contrast of the fans in the building right now. Beta, they're kind of sitting down, kind of calm, collected. It's like they're used to this. And, SIGEP on the other side, everyone's standing up. They're still energetic, even despite the slow start.
You saw it right there on the replay, a beautiful finger roll layup by Gavin Everett to take a 6-point lead. Let's see if they can dig themselves out of this hole. SIGEP driving baseline, going to get called for a little hip check right there on the floor. I believe that's Beta's third of the game. Third in just 2 possessions. See if they can play a cleaner brand of basketball. Couple of substitutions coming on. That's Vic and Farrell and Burke Weldy. 3 big key starters for Beta coming out. Wide open 3, corner, got it. 11-8, and it's a 1-possession game within a blink of an eye. Phenomenal shot right there by SIGEP.
You have to knock down in games like this. Wide open looks, don't get those too often, and so that's a huge shot as SIGEP tries to get back into this one.
Cannot waste any opportunity. Driscoll with the shot. That's going to be blocked. Beautiful defense. Now a little momentum shifter. SIGEP fans on their feet. They are loud. Pull up, jumper, off. Just short. Air ball to the right of the rim. It's going to be Beta's ball, out of bounds.
I don't hate seeing the heat check there. A chance to tie this game up after SIGEP found themselves down 9-2 early, but maybe they're just kind of settling a little bit, trying to get to a rhythm. Working the paint, working back out to the three-point line, getting more open looks in that one.
Didn't mind it one bit, and I'm sure Beta didn't either. Gavin Everett driving, pull up, little off. That's the second air ball in 2 possessions.
Yeah, we gotta find the rim here. Getting a little sloppy again. Started sloppy, they kind of started to find their rhythm again, and then the last few possessions, yeah, sloppy, just like the start of the game was.
You know what? These kids are having fun. They're in Assembly Hall. I think they just want to let it fly. It's exactly what they're doing, but a great game and great brand of basketball nonetheless. It's Beta leading 11-8. Right now, SIGEP ball, top of the key. Beta doing a great job of defending this pick and roll. Hoisted once, now driving, kicking out, and that's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, great idea there. Like I said, working it in, back out, but split the gap there. Had 2 guys outside the three-point line, and just the pass went straight in between them. So great idea, but got to lock in on those things.
Once again, though, Beta forcing another turnover. Thought about a 3 right there. Now it's back out to Beta's number 47, to the top of the key, Gavin Everett. Looking for a pick and roll, little handoff. Gonna hoist it, no. Looking for someone to give it to. Dribbling it out once again, can take their time, get into a rhythm. That's a 3 hoisted by Beta. Once again, another air ball. Rebound corralled, and a foul is going to be called on the floor for number 47's Beta. We're going to get some subs back in. It is all the starters for Beta. Trying to get back on the right track.
Yeah, only 2 points scored for Beta in the last probably 5 or 6 minutes now. SIG is really locked in defensively for several air balls, several contested shots. So we'll see if these guys can get things turned back around for Beta.
I just think it's really fun because these guys are genuinely not only students, but student athletes. I mean, you see them play a great brand of basketball on a famous floor, and a famous three right there for SIG. They're going to remember that one for a while. 11-11. And it's a brand new ball game. The senior, Weldy, dribble, drive, dish. Oh my God. Smoked Gouda. A little too strong. SIG loud and proud. Let's see what they can do.
That's tough there, Beta. Just a beautiful find, and you missed the easiest part of the play, which is the wide open layup. Maybe the nerves getting to him a little bit there. But SIG, 9-2 run. They've tied this game back up with 6 minutes to play in the first half. They'll look to see if they can take a halftime lead here.
SIG off the fingertips. Once again, I will say this Beta Theta Pi team is playing a great brand of defense, clamping up and forcing a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, that's something that they talked to us a little bit about, turning defense into offense, transition opportunities. You don't get it there, obviously, but even balls going out of bounds, that opens up opportunities for scoring for Beta.
Vic, beautiful drive, beautiful pass, and they are going to call a charge on Beta. Saying the defenseman was set in the paint. It looked like a beautiful dish that could have gone down for an and one. Instead, it's going the other way. As you can see it right here, great dish by number 3, Vic. Unfortunately, not going to count as it's SIG Ep's ball once again.
Yeah, it looked like a good call there. The defender kind of just, cemented himself in the paint and then just got absolutely ran over. So, yeah, we're going the other way here.
Now it's SIG Ep's turn. Top of the key, Big Bread on that right side. Gonna go low, down and out. Barbecue chicken, drop step. Oh, soft touch, working for it. Offensive rebound, up and in. You can see senior captain Burke Weldy wanting a 3-second violation. They're not going to get it, and guess what? SIG Ep's got the lead. Vic driving, step back, mid-range, got it. Heat check for this kid. Keeping them in this one, 13-13.
And now we're starting to see some really, really good basketball, both ends of the floor. These teams are settling in. Yeah, we're hopefully going to be keeping this up as we close out this first half.
Jake Gallagher off to Freeman. Freeman gonna swing it. Top of the key, step back, 1 of the 3. Great closeout right there by Nick Vakira. Jake Gallagher looking. Big Bread down below. Pick and roll not doing. Gallagher surveying. Taking their time, trying to get into their stride. Set, Peaches, Big Bread, top of the key. See what he can do, a little Jokic-esque. Now Jake Gallagher's gonna drive. He's gonna try to get it off the glass. That's gonna be no good. Beta takes the ball back, 13-13, trying to take the lead once again that they had for so long, gave up. It's Burke Weldy on the left side. Phillips, top of the key, surveying. He's got room. He's gonna drive. He's gonna kick it out. Nick Vakira, can he do it again? Calling for a little bit of iso ball, spinning, shaking, tween, cross, step back, foul. Looked like a great defensive possession by SIG Ep until you reach and you teach.
Yeah, tough call there, but the reach in at the top of the key, last thing you want to do there, just keep your hands off. As you see the replay there, definitely got the arm/wrist there. So, but yeah, I mean, SIG Ep is really picking up the defensive intensity here.
It's tough to stick with an offensive player that has such good ball control and is making so many moves. You're going to be caught in the cookie jar once a while. Now it's Gavin Everett looking to drive it. Farrell, mid-range, jumper, foul. He's going to go to the line and he's going to shoot 2. Only needs 1 to take the lead, 2 to lengthen it.
Yeah, nice find there by Everett, just taking it down to the paint, and then he slips it off to a Farrell there. Can't get the basket to go, but draws the contact, and he'll have 2 free throws here. Beta looking to take the lead back.
I gotta say, it's just one of those things where we knew that Beta was coming into this matchup undersized, as Farrell can't get the first to go. Looking to get the second one down and in.
Yeah,
but Beta doing a good job along the arc, looking for that 3-point shot. as he gets it 14-13.
Those free throws giving the players a little bit of a break. First free throws of this game, and like you mentioned, really no timeouts or running clock. They're just back and forth the whole half. It's pretty impressive from these players.
Because I'll surprise you really quick. We started at 20 minutes, and we're already down to the final 2 of this first half. It is a tight game, 14-13. Beta leads it, trying to get the turnover. They're going to call a push in the back as they got the switch that SIGEP wanted. It was Big Bread against Gavin Everett, and there's only one thing you can do, foul. This one's going to be taken out underneath the basket unless, yes,
shooting foul here.
SIGEP already in the bonus. That's 5 team fouls on Beta thus far with 1:25 left to go. It's a running clock. He's going to get the first down, and it's a tie game. That's a big-time free throw from the big-time fella. Right here to make it 15-14, soft touch, front rim, and in.
Very nice. Just stepped up there, just knocked both of those down. Like you mentioned, the size, SIGEP starting to take advantage of that a little bit here in the last couple of minutes, starting to work the ball in the paint a little bit more. That's allowed them to get the lead in this game. As you see a replay here, a 3 earlier, they're working the ball inside out. Great finds. Beta's still right in this one, though. It's a 1-point game, contested game, much lower scoring than what we saw in the previous game. 43-41 was the final of that one.
I mean, you see it right there, though, on that step-back 3. As good of a shot as it was, the defense was still phenomenal. That's what Beta has been able to do all game, forcing a lot of turnovers. That's why it is a 14-15 low-scoring half thus far. I think if you got timeouts, you use them. That's why Beta just took one there. Get the guys regrouped, little air into the lungs, see if they can take a lead. Down 1 with 1 minute left to go in this first half.
Yeah, not many open looks for either of these teams. Really, really impressive, the defense we've seen. I say it again, because it's true. It's true how strong the defense has been from both sides. We'll see if the second half, if they pick up offensively a little bit, but so far, just been a grind for both of these squads.
Burke Weldy, the 3 from the corner. Off short, front rim. Now he's going to drive, flip it up, and fill it up. What a finish by the senior out of Carmel, Indiana. And one with the left hand. Beta with the 1-point lead, trying to make it 2 before the half. Running clock now stopping under 1 minute, 33 seconds. He's not going to get the free throw to go. Nonetheless, a great finish. Yeah, Beta up by 1.
Yeah, great play first by Phillips to fight for that offensive rebound. And then, yeah, just getting the opportunity for the and one. Can't get the free throw to go like you said, but puts Beta back on top.
And if you're Beta right here, it seems like SIGEP is going to run this clock out, try to get a buzzer beater and take the lead. But if you can go up 16-15, anybody is happy with any type of lead. It has been a dogfight all game. 5 seconds on the clock. Jake Gallagher, drop step spin, off. Had the wide open layup until he didn't. Big Bread, the buzzer beater, off short. What a phenomenal first half, back and forth, defense to offense. Beta leading at 16-15. It is anybody's ball game. Jackson, before we go to the break, any final thoughts in what you are looking forward to in the second half?
Yeah, just like I've mentioned, it took a few minutes for these teams to settle in. Like probably just those nerves that they talked to us about, just playing in Assembly Hall. But late in that first half, really started to see these teams settling in. Some good looks offensively from both sides. Still some sloppy passes here and there, but that attests to the defensive abilities of both of these teams, and the players that are on them. And so we'll see, like I said, in that second half, we start to get some more offense coming in.
Well, when we come back, it is a 16-15 ball game. Beta Theta Pi leading Sigma Phi Epsilon. It is a great one here. We will be back in less than 4 minutes here, live at Assembly Hall. And we are back for second half basketball. Once again, it is Beta versus SigEp, two teams that faced each other in the inaugural 2022 GBA championships. It was Beta winning that one, and it's Beta leading this one 16-15 right there. Big Bread could not get it to go. Is Beta's going to retain possession?
I try not to crack up here on the stream every time. That nickname is just, that's awesome. And, you know, just past the nickname, he's playing well here too.
We saw it at the free throw line. Soft touch got both of them to go, and he had an and one opportunity. Like what I'm seeing from a lot of these players. Great shots, great defense. It's a tough, nitty-gritty game, and I'm all here for it. Beta up by one. Weldy, the inbound to Nick Vakira. Vakira fouled on the forearm, and he is going to go to the charity stripe, shooting 2.
Yeah, Vakira, great first half and already getting involved early here in the second for Beta. He'll have 2 free throws here. Quick halftime break. Not much time to talk over stuff for either of these teams, but they're just rolling with it. We'll see how the second half goes.
And I'd say for the majority of this game, we have seen about the same players on the floor this entire time, so I know that that was a much-needed rest for both teams. Vakira couldn't get the first. Here's the second, and it is off on the left. He was hitting step-back threes and mid-range jumpers. but from the free throw line, couldn't get it done. Still Beta with the 1.16-15 lead. Sigap trying to get it in, pulling the chair a little bit, foul on the floor.
Going back to those free throws, I wonder, this place just might be a little haunted. You don't see see a lot of free throws miss here at Assembly Hall. So we'll see if they can knock some down late in the
It is a daunting place for sure, and a surreal place to play for both of these teams. Once again, I said it before, not just students, but honestly student athletes. These guys are going at it. Great shot. Jake Gallagher got it to go. Guess what? Sigap's got the lead once again, 17-16.
Really nice play there for Gallagher, just making it work himself, driving to the basket. Not much of a lane, but he made it work.
Vakira forced into a tough shot. Couldn't get the jelly to go, and Sigap takes the rebound. Now it's their turn. Vakira pressing up on defense, swing to the corner. Sigap the three, the offensive rebound by Hanch. Jake Gallagher wanted to hoist it, faked, dribble, drive, foul on the floor once again. Vakira can't believe it, but Sigap can.
An exact same play there from Gallagher as the previous possession, just dribbling with the right, just finding a lane that wasn't necessarily there. He gets the basket the first time, gets fouled here. Looking at the replay, can't tell there. His back was turned to the camera, so the official's right there in front of it, so I'm sure that he made the correct call there.
And we just saw Vakira. That was his third foul of the game. Telling his coach, do not pull me, I will be smarter. That's a three from Sigap, off short. Phillips the rebound, Beta the ball. But you got to start thinking late in the game. That's already 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes of this second half. Definitely don't want to be sending them to the charity stripe for free points later down the stretch. Burke Weldy the drive, the fake, the kick out to Gavin Everett. Now he'll drive. Farrell, easy look, layup, no good. It looked open until it wasn't. Hanch down and deep in the paint. Great brick wall right there.
Yes.
Sigap retaining possession.
Just straight up there defensively. You could not play it any more perfectly there.
Put the shoulder down, go to work. Vakira, great defense once again. It's a fight for the loose ball. Defensive rebound gonna go to Beta. Gavin Everett pushing it up but pulling it out. Vakira wanting the three. Dribble, drive. Hounded on the back, no call. The refs are gonna let him play. Farrell the drive. Burke, the corner three, gave it up. Now is gonna get it. Phillips the offensive rebound, just ripping it out of Jake Gallagher's hands. Awesome play by both teams. Great looks, great passes, great rebounds right there. Beta is going to keep this one. Possession arrow was in favor of them, so now it will transition over to Sigap. We'll see if that plays a major role later in the game.
There by Evan Phillips. There were 3 purple jerseys there in the paint, and he just blew through all of them to force the jump ball. Here's a wide open 3 for Phillips. Can't get it to go.
Top of the key, just short. Once again, another offensive rebound for Beta. Sigap so big. But what's it for when you can't get it? Gavin Everett looking to drive, loses possession. Takes it back. Now it's Burke Weldy. Driving, dribbling, surveying. Kick out. Phillips the three once again. Can he get it to go? Short once again. Outlet pass. Big Bread wanting it. Little Euro step. How do you do? Sigap 19. Beta 16. It's a 4-0 run for these guys to start the second half. Let's see what Burke Weldy can do. Top of the key. Swinging it over to Gavin Everett. Off screen right there. Driscoll looked for it, didn't like it. Now it's Nick Vakira. Trying to get the fake. See if he'll drive. He'll hoist it. And we are going to call a timeout. Beta got it off before the shot was in the air. Great call right there by Beta coach Peyton Snorsky.
Yeah, it's an extended 17-7 run back to the first half for Sigap right now, and the energy feels like it just shifted a little bit. Like Beta really started strong, and Sigap, even in the second half, has had some really nice baskets, really strong defense as well. Starting to use their size to their advantage, but also getting in transition and using some speed as well. So, yeah, I mean, Beta's still in this game. It's a one-score game still, despite how strong Sigap has been playing in the last 15 or 20 minutes or so.
I think it's a really smart timeout call right there. Just slow it down. Haven't scored a single point if you're Beta in this second half, while Sigap has gone on a little bit of a run of their own. 4-0 to start this one, and now they lead by 3. Take their time. Nick Vakira looking to take this ball out of bounds. See what type of set Beta gets themselves into. Players look well rested.
Yeah, I mean, they've been getting open looks. I mean, obviously Phillips had 2 open threes that he couldn't connect on, so it's not necessarily that, just gotta get the shots to start falling.
Great cut by there by Gavin Everett. Now it's Nick Vakira, top of the key once again. Phillips, not gonna take this one. He missed 2 before. Vakira, step back, almost had it. A little too strong off the back arc. Big Brad the rebound, Sigep in transition. Let's see what they can run. Jake Gallagher, top of the key. Nothing doing on the pick and roll. Just gonna take their time once again. No shot clock in this one. So they're able to do what they want for however long they want to do it for. Trying to get it down below. Great defense right there by Burke Weldy. Wanted a holding call. 3 hoisted. Sigep short once again. A little undercut. That's gonna be called on Big Bread. On the floor, Sigep fired up, but it's gonna be Beta's ball. I believe that's the first team foul for Sigep, while Beta has 3 so far in this second half.
Yeah, not necessarily a bad or dumb play by any means. I mean, just fighting for the ball, and you just get caught up in the mix of it, get the foul call there, but just great hustle still.
Phillips looking Weldy. Now they're playing a lot of swing it basketball. Great pass. Gonna get called for the charge. Great recovery by Sigep. Down on the floor was Gavin Everett. That is the second time in this game we have seen something like that. First half, it was Nick Vakira who had a great pass but got called for the charge. Now Gavin Everett. Both layups were good, but for what cost? Is there called off.
Big Bread with the standing ovation there. I mean, they're standing anyways, but just loud cheers as he comes to the bench. I mean, he's giving it all he's got this afternoon, clearly. And if they win, they still got another game after this, in a couple of hours.
I will tell you what, this Sig-Ep crowd is turning this place into an electric factory. Let's see if they can lengthen this lead. They are in control. 19-16, driving, step back, looked for the mid-range. Now he's gonna kick it out to the corner. And they're gonna say it is off of Nick Vakira. Great defense though. A lot of chirps being thrown by this Sig-Ep crowd. They're gonna get it in. Jake Gallagher couldn't corral it. Driscoll running, transition, little too strong. And they are gonna call it on the floor against Beta. Sig-Ep's ball, that's another team foul. Sig-Ep really seeming poised, not letting any of this tough press defense get to them. They're doing what they want when they want. Only 4 points in total this second half, as it's about 8.5 minutes gone by thus far. Still, if you're Sig-Ep, you are pretty happy with the hustle plays that are being made. Offensive rebounds, and one right there as they will retain possession.
It's a great play there to keep the possession alive. Like you said, yeah, Sig-Ep really seeming poised. Only had 2 points in the first 5 or 6 minutes. There's another ball out of bounds. We're going to stay where we're at right here.
Another out of bounds play. Loud crowd by Sig-Ep. We got these headsets on, but believe me, we can hear them. Yeah. And it is just fun.
And I mentioned it before about the crowds and the differences. We're finally starting to see both sides, people standing up all over as we get into crunch time of this game.
And he's gonna get called for a walk. Pivot foot was lifted up. Once again, another turnover, a common theme in this one. Beta's Gavin Everett gonna take this ball up the floor. Swinging it, Driscoll wide open, little left. Beta looking to get the offensive rebound, sprawling into the Beta bench. No players hurt. Sig-Ep ball once again.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it at halftime briefly. You know, we'll see seeing if the offense was going to start to kind of pick up a little bit in the second half, but the defense has held strong for both of these squads. Like you mentioned, just 2 baskets combined in the first 10 minutes of the second half. So these teams really starting to see if they can pick it up offensively, and if not, see if their defense can win in this game.
Jake Gallagher, the wide open 3 on the wing, a little short off the front right rim. Nick Vakira gonna corral it. Beta in transition. It's Gavin Everett on the left wing. Looking for Farrell, driving, layup, finger roll, soft touch. That is the 6th point scored in the second half. It is now a 1-point game. SIGEP leading it 19-18. OJ is SIGEP, pull up, and he does not have it. In and out, rattled around. Beta's ball looking to take the lead once again. They haven't had it for a while.
No, they haven't. And, you know, after a slow start to this half, they're turning it around. Here's Everett from the top of the key. Can't get it to go.
Now SIGEP corrals the rebound. That is a corner 3, and that is a good one. Let me tell you, SIGEP 22, Beta 18. Tray ball all the way. A common theme in this one. Haven't been able to get much going, but when they do, it seems to be a 3 and a big momentum shifter. Athletic play right there. Nick Fakira taking matters into his own hands, rising up. Felt like he could have dunked it. We already know he has that athletic prowess, but a great bucket and a much-needed one for Beta, 20-22. SIGEP leads. Jake Gallagher driving, top of the key. 0-0 twist, wanting it. Not going to get it. Great defense by Farrell. Beta standing tall and strong. SIGEP just going to take their time, looking for a little dribble handoff. They are going to get it. OJ trying to get it in, and that is just an easy, seamless turnover for Beta. Nick Fakira taking it into his own hands. Farrell, the 3, wanting it. Wing for the lead. Not going to get it. A little too strong and a little too right. Now it's SIGEP in transition. Great defense by Fakira. Jumping up and getting it. Right wing, top of the key. Everett, corner 3. Beta for the lead. Got it! Ice in their veins. Timeout SIGEP, and what a run. What we said before this game, what we saw in the previous match against SNU and Lambda Chi. Basketball, it's a game of runs, and we are seeing it on full display right now. SIGEP was so loud and proud, and now Beta has taken that responsibility onto themselves. Jackson, what are you seeing right now?
Yeah, I mean, literally right after I mentioned, there's the find, a beautiful corner 3 there for Beta to give them the lead back in this game. Right after I mentioned that the offense has picked up in the last couple of minutes, they've been back and forth, some great finds, great looks, still a few turnovers in there. That's natural, you're going to get that in basketball. But yeah, Beta has, and I was going to say too, it was 22-18. At SIGEP, and I was going to say a 4-point lead almost feels insurmountable in a game like this where the defense has been so good. Not at all. Not at all insurmountable. Things can change in basketball in an instant. You get the drive, the score, and then the wide open 3 for Beta to fall. And yeah, we're in for a dogfight here less than 8 minutes ago. These teams taking a timeout, getting a breather here. Yeah, I'm really excited for these last 7 minutes and 52 seconds.
I mean, we are in for a good one, so strap in. Back and forth ball at its finest. Earlier in the game, it was SIGEP finding themselves in a 6-point deficit, down 11-5. They took that lead back real quick. Had it for a while, but now, off the Beta 3, Beta leads it 23-22, a 1-point lead, but it's SIGEP's ball. Let's see if they can take it back. No one wants to give it up. It's Jake Gallagher at the top of the key. Pressing defense by Gavin Everett. 0-0 twist, wanting to get it into Big Bread. Nothing doing. Great defense by Burke Weldy, forcing the turnover. Hustle, play, and that's going to be a foul called on the floor. Beta ball, SIGEP foul. Don't look now, but Beta seems to be in the driver's seat.
Yeah, as you see the hustle play there by Burke, the physicality has been there on both sides for this game, but Beta really starting to use that to their advantage, despite being undersized in this one. Maybe they're a little bit quicker getting these loose balls.
Let's see if Beta can lengthen this lead. Up 1 right now. Don't need a 3 by any means. Faked it, driving. Gavin Everett taking their time. Just under 7 minutes left in this ball game. Beta up 23-22. Gavin Everett. Farrell on the right side, driving, baseline, looking for a little mid-range. Driscoll gonna let it fly. Short, air ball out, SIGEP ball.
And not a bad look there. I mean, if he's comfortable with it, you know, you're not going to blame him for taking a shot like that. But now that Beta has taken the lead, maybe you want to see him just slow it down a little bit. It's worked for them to pick up the pace, but now that they've gotten that lead back, slow it down a little bit, work the clock a little bit with no shot clock, like we've mentioned, and see if they can get some good looks to close this one out. But a 1-point game still.
I'm telling you, Assembly Hall, legendary as it is, maybe not as legendary as Big Bread, who's gonna flip it up and fill it up. And one, SIGEP lead, going to the line to make it a 2-point one. 24-23 right now as it stands. Let's see if they can lengthen it.
Big fan of the long sleeve tee for Big Red, but there it is, just kind of picking up his dribble right there under the basket and gets the and one. Yeah, a huge play. SIGEP back on top here. Less than 6 minutes to play with the running clock.
Now I got a question for you, Jackson. What's more fun, the long sleeve tee or the stash on this guy? Absolute electric stuff. Not gonna be able to get it over the back foul. Yep, easy call right there against SIGEP. It's gonna go Beta's way.
Yeah, it's kind of got the persona that you see in these Greek basketball games. I mean, you look at him, it's like, you mentioned Jokic earlier. Doesn't necessarily look like the most athletic guy, but watching him play, he's all over the place, really making an impact for this SIGEP team.
Able just to facilitate, get to his spot down in the paint, finish through contact, and make plays at the top of the key when SIGEP really needs them. And I'm a little confused myself.
Yeah,
are they going to call an illegal inbound?
Yeah, I'm not sure. The officials are coming together now. We got some cheers from the SIGEP fan base. Not sure what the result of this is going to be.
Definitely seems to be going in favor of SIGEP, and it will. Out of absolutely nowhere.
So the original call was I believe was the over the back.
Over the back, yes.
But we've had a change. SIGEP's going to keep the ball here. A chance to even make it a 4-point game if they can knock down a 3-ball.
And not just that, but they're going to get it in their offensive zone. Big Bread, the big reach, the big shot, and the big foul draw. Send him to the line once again. 4:55 left to play. Clock does stop this second half. So it's all or nothing.
Yeah, getting his own rebound there, putting it back up. 2 guys for Theta there, and they just don't really seem to have a chance. I mean, you can foul him, send him to the line. That's probably your best bet. So he'll have 2 free throws here.
Let's see if he can make it a 25-23 game. He can't. First one off, a little to the left.
Yeah, seeing the way he shot the ball from the free throw line, probably the best bet for Beta. If he's going to keep getting inside, is just to foul him, hope that he can miss from the line.
And he's not going to get it right there. So an empty possession and a lot of opportunity left at the charity stripe for SIGEP there. It's Gavin Everett bringing the ball up the court. Burke, Weldy, dribble, drive, cross, down below. Phillips at the top of the key, over to Everett, swinging. Tween, cross, drive. They are daring Phillips to shoot that ball. He had 2 misses earlier. Farrell, baseline, blocked by Big Bread. But great hustle to get the offensive rebound right there. Trying to get it into Gavin Everett, and we haven't seen Nick Vakira that much. Great defense, trap in the corner, SIGEP ball. Vakira defending, it's a 2-on-2, and Phillips is just gonna knock this one out of bounds.
Halfway up the stance he goes, but take a look at the defense here. The block, I mean, Big Bread, he goes to the bench now. You give the man a rest, but he is fired up. Really making an impact here down the stretch, under 4 minutes to play now.
SIGEP fired up, corner 3, got it. Ice in their veins. I say there because this is a team game. What I thought was called a 3 is actually a 2. Still a 3-point lead and a great momentum shifter right there for SIGEP. 26-23, Beta, equalizer. Farrell, not gonna get it. Vakira doing all he can down in the paint. Offensive rebound, blocked. Weldy in the corner. Gonna take it out. Vakira wants it himself. Gavin Everett, cross, mid-range, got it. Smooth as butter. Get to your spot and get it in.
Yeah, real smooth there for Beta, trying to find anything offensively. A few loose balls, but then yeah, they end up with a nice mid-range there, making it a 1-point game. There's the response.
And a little turn-away fade. Beautiful by SIGEP right there, once again leading 28-25. Let's see how Beta and Vakira can respond. Great pass, Burke Weldy, left hand, got it. Way to get into your spot and get it down in the paint. Easy layup for the senior out of Carmel, Indiana.
Two real good looks in the last couple of possessions for Beta, especially that second one. There's a lot of contact, no call, and we're going the other way.
Jake Gallagher wanted the foul. Weldy going to push it in transition and is now just going to hold on to it. Driving, Farrell in the corner, wanting to take a 2-point lead, going to slow it down. Vakira for Beta, driving. Saw Weldy in the corner, and at the last second, Burke decided to run baseline, little backdoor cut, overshot him, turnover, Sig at ball.
A costly turnover there. 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in this game. Starting to get some chants from the fans. Last 2 minutes, this is really going to be something special. Down to the wire in both of these semifinal games.
Nick Vakira hearing it from the Sig Ep crowd. Not going to let it phase him, though. Sig Ep in control, up 28-27. Trying to lengthen this lead. It's Big Bread kicking it out for the 3. Great recovery right there by Burke Weldy, defending, driving, and this is going to be called a charge. Beta ball. Whistle blew. Big Bread got the 3 to go. It's not going to count. But only a 1-point lead for Sig Ep. We're going to see a substitution right here for Sig Ep.
Well, it was a great play there by Everett. He had Big Bread one-on-one. He decided to go out to the 3-point line, and then he ends up taking the charge. Huge swing for Beta to get the ball back. 1 minute, 45 seconds remain in this game.
Burke Weldy, the senior, the captain, the leader of this squad, taking it up. 2 in each corner. Surveying, taking their time. 1 minute 30 left. Farrell driving, Farrell kicking out. Weldy gonna take it in himself. One in the open look. Farrell for 3 and the lead. Off front right. Big Bread the rebound. Jake Gallagher gonna push it up. In control, yes. Having the lead, yes. Gallagher driving, yes. Getting the bucket, yes. What a response by Sig Ep after the Beta miss. Now they're gonna look for a 3 to tie. It's Burke Weldy. It's gonna be short. Vakira the hustle, try to play it off the defender. Sig Ep gonna corral it. Now just gonna take their time. Weldy all over him, an intentional foul.
Yeah, with no shot clock, we're going to start to see the fouls piling up for Beta. 30-27, it's Sig Ep with the lead here. 52 seconds remaining on the clock. Sig Ep going to go to the free throw line, a chance to make it a 2-possession game for the first time in a while for either one of these teams. As we're going to get a few substitutions here as well.
And already in the bonus is Sig Ep. We're going to get a timeout called right here by Beta. Just talk over a little defensive game plan. See what they can do on a missed free throw, a missed opportunity. As we have seen a couple of times, Big Bread was at the line twice, went 0 for 2, so 0 for 4 in the game. Wasn't able to get him to fall.
That previous find there, double teamed and wide open, just easy layup underneath. And on the other end, really both of these teams making things work offensively in the last 5 or 10 minutes of the second half. It's a tight one, a 3-point game. Going to be talking strategy here now. If you're Beta, obviously you got to foul, force players to the free throw line. But then once you start to get down 2 scores, if that happens, now you talk about, hey, like what kind of looks are we trying to get? Quick 3s, quick 2s, or just the easiest shot that you can get. But you got to be managing the time here as well with under a minute to play.
And if you're Beta, a little reckless, but if you're Sig Ep, you got to play a safe brand of basketball. 52.9 remaining. It's a 3-point lead for Sigma Phi Epsilon. A lot of noise from the Beta side. Absolute silence from Sig Ep. Trying to make this a 2-possession game.
Everyone in this building standing up here for this first free throw.
It's a 1-on-1 bonus, and they got it. Ice in his veins. Daps from the friends and a smile on Freeman's face. Ocho got it to go. 31-27. Whether it's a miss or a make, if you're Beta, you got to get a quick bucket. It is off. Weldy wanted the rebound. He couldn't get it. And now they're going to foul once again. That's on Farrell. It's going to send Sig Ep to the line. One key takeaway in this game, one word, hustle. Offensive rebounding is winning this game for Sig Ep.
That's the last thing you want to see there for Beta is a missed free throw turned into 1 or potentially 2 more for Sig Ep to add to this lead.
And they got it to go. OJ with the free throw. Even on a make here, it would still be just a 2-possession game. Obviously a lot more difficult. 2 threes would tie it up. Off the back arc, rebound corralled. Vic, and possession arrow is going in favor of Sig Ep. Little injury. Burke Weldy shaken up on the play, slow to get up.
So we're going to, I believe we're going to be staying with Sig Ep here. And this hustle in this last minute of this game could be the difference. 2 offensive rebounds, allowing for multiple opportunities for free throws to add to the lead. See what's going on here is the court's a little bit slick there. Some of the players trying to work on it a little bit. Yep. And actually the possession error was, you mentioned, it's actually in favor of Beta. And so we're going to be heading the other way. Beta with the ball, 46 seconds remaining, down 5 points against Sig Ep.
And if you're Beta, I don't think you necessarily need a 3, but you just need a bucket to get yourself back in this one. Still 1-1 in the bonus is Sig Ep. So don't try to force anything too crazy. Driscoll losing possession, getting it back. Gavin Everett, top of the key, driving, trying to look for something, anything, gonna get the layup. Great play right there by Beta.
Now we're gonna see Beta pressing here, trying to force Sig Ep into a turnover, but they've held on to the ball pretty well here the last few minutes, and there's the foul, intentional, with 24 seconds remaining.
Into the open floor, great control of that ball, forcing the foul and forcing Beta's hand.
Now you just pray for missed free throws here. A miss here and a defensive rebound, Beta will have an opportunity to tie this game up going the other way. Huge free throw coming up here for Sig Ep.
And it's off. Beta is going to have the rebound. If you're Sig Ep, do you consider fouling and not letting them get a chance at tying it?
We'll see. I'm not sure.
Vakira
they might play it out.
Step back for the tie. Little too short. Farrell the clutch rebound. Here we go. 8 seconds. Vakira pull up. Got it! What a shot! Heard it all game from the Sig Ep crowd, and now he's going to silence them. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a brand new ball game at Assembly Hall. 32-32, and the Beta crowd is electric.
I mean, Nick Vakira, we've talked about him all game long. He came out strong. Didn't see him as much in the middle of this game, but they get the offensive rebound, get another look at it. With 5.2 seconds to go, we are tied. As Nick Vakira, taking a look at the replay here, was Farrell with the offensive rebound, finding Vakira just a quick step to his left, not even much space there to make the shot work. He gets it to go, and talk about just the basketball, the level of athleticism that we have seen from both of these games today, and especially this one. We're tied with 5.2 seconds to go. These teams going to reset here. Sig Ep going to have a shot, 5.2 seconds to take it the length of the floor. What are you looking to see from Sig Ep here?
Jackson, what did we say? Name of the game is hustle. Off an offensive rebound to Farrell. The kick out to Nick Vakira, and the clutch 3 to tie it up. That is why they are in the position they are in. Now, what you just asked me, if I am Sig Ep, obviously not turning it over and obviously not getting an offensive foul to get Beta back the ball, but just trying to get any open look. It's Big Bread. He's done it all game. He's going to hoist the 3, top of the key, not gonna go. Overtime basketball here in Assembly Hall. What a ride we are on. We said strap in, so I hope you are.
I'm not going to complain about more basketball here in this one at Assembly Hall. Getting into Big Bread there, I mean, greatly contested though by Beta, forcing the deep 3, blocking it. Really didn't have much of a chance there. So yeah, we're going to go to overtime here. Another chance for these teams to reset. Here is a look again at Vakira's 3-pointer to tie the game with 5 seconds left. I mean, nothing but net, absolutely drained. He looked like he was ready for that shot the moment he got the ball, getting the Beta bench and fans fired up.
And dare I say, in the same spot where Watford hit the winner against #1 Kentucky, one of the most memorable plays in Indiana men's basketball history. Nick Vakira with one of the most memorable plays in Beta Theta Pi basketball history. This is what GBA is all about. giving these guys an opportunity to show what they can do, leaving it all out on the line. It's going to be a tip-off at center court. It's 32-32. Beta Theta Pi, Sigma Phi Epsilon. What a game. We got 5 minutes on the clock for overtime. It is anyone's ball game.
See what happens here is Beta
and the
take control
tip-off
of the opening tip.
is going to go to Beta off the Nick Vakira jump. Here we go. Gavin Everett, top of the key, looking for Vakira in the same spot where he hit it. Step back, mid-range. It's a two-pointer. It's short. Off the front left rim. Now Sigap, a little sigh of relief. Trying to get the momentum back in their favor.
I wonder if Vakira would have been more comfortable with that three that he originally looked to take, kind of stepped into that mid-range fadeaway two-pointer. Same spot as you mentioned, that three could have given Beta the lead again.
Gallagher, the mid-range, and the bucket. Sigap retakes the lead, 34-32. Jake Gallagher has been getting it done all game and gets it done once again. Vakira, dribble, drive, Driscoll, the three, little too long. Gallagher not even looking for the outlet pass. Just gonna slow it down. Just under 4 minutes left in this one. Here we go.
It was a great look for Beta there, wide open three. These teams have really found their way offensively to get good looks. We've seen the score kind of jump up a little bit. But now we'll see if Sigap will try to slow it down a little bit with the lead or if they'll attack. And there's a wide open layup. Nobody guarded him.
Free as can be. OJ, number 0 for Sigap with the fillet. 36-32, 4-point deficit for Beta. Let's see what they can get going. Vakira driving, shoulder down, inside, Driscoll, blocked, but a foul called.
There's a hard play there, and Beta obviously now down 4 points, attacking there. The clock is continuing to run. Let's look at the replay here of that contact, just absolutely mauled. Great find though, great drive to the basket, and now an opportunity for free throws.
And they are going to get the first one. Absolutely clutch right there by Sam Driscoll, the junior. When we talked to head coach Peyton Snorsky, he said Driscoll is a locker room guy, but right now showing he can do a lot more. Vakira, the offensive rebound, the kick out. Phillips gonna take his time. In the corner, wanting to tie it up, down 3, 36-33. Vakira on the wing, surveying, step back, dribble, drive, Phillips, Everett. Once again, mid-range, had to get it away, no up and down. Vakira, little exaggeration, gonna hoist this one. Off on the right. Can they get another offensive rebound? No, they cannot. Sig Epps ball.
That was a little sloppy there from Beta. It almost looked like they were afraid to take shots. Several good looks, and then they force it for the deep three from Vakira. Obviously, he's been great today, but maybe not the shot he wants to see there. Sigap has it the other way, a chance to once again make it a 2-score game as we approach 2 minutes to play.
Jake Gallagher, here we go. Keever at the top of the key. 2 minutes left, a 3-point lead for Sigap. Can they lengthen it? What a pass to senior Sam Hancher. And he's gonna get it to go.
I think that might be the longest I've seen a ball sit
That
on that
was
part of the rim before dropping, and he struggled to take the pass in. He kind of bobbled it, found his footing, got it up, and then that ball sat there for about 3 seconds. Little Trey Burke-esque from Michigan, Indiana, 2013.
nail biter for sure. Driscoll, the drive, the drop step, and the block by Sigap. Phenomenal defense. Once again, Beta finding themselves in a hole, but we have seen them dig themselves out.
They came out of it in the second half, and they'll try to do it again here as they foul with 1:27 to go. They'll send Sigap back to the free throw line. They've got a chance to close this one out if they can knock some free throws down here late in this overtime period.
Sam Hancher will be at the line with what I believe is a 1-and-1 bonus as Beta takes a timeout. But there it is, the beautiful Jake Gallagher mid-range pull-up. That's what gave them their first lead. Knotted up at 32-32 after they seemed down and out after that Nick Vakira equalizing three right before overtime, but just a collapse on the defense. A beautiful drive.
Just a miscommunication there, I'd say. Great set of the screen there, but then that looks like some NBA defense right there, which isn't what you would expect to see. And then there was the bobble, but then the putback, and then you see that ball sitting, and it drops. It was complete silence in the arena while that ball sat up there.
You could hear a pin drop. Hansher had his hands on his head.
That's a rare experience in this building, one of the loudest arenas in college basketball, and even for a game like today, it's been loud from both sides. Yeah, that was a unique experience for sure, but SIGEP really happy to see that ball drop, make it a 2-possession game.
Both crowds on their feet. We got Big Bread at the substitution line. First free throw off. Too strong.
And we've seen this all game. Not a great performance from either side from the free throw line. SIGEP has a chance to take advantage of it here, but the first one doesn't go.
Once again, even with the make, it'll be a 2-possession game.
And right before the shot, we have a violation. And this is going to check Big Bread into the game. And now Beta's going to take over. So another mistake at the free throw line for SIGEP. A chance to put the game away, and Beta is right back in it with a basket here.
Everett driving, looking for Burke Weldy. Weldy now trying to get his own drop step, hounded in the paint. Getting out to Nick Vakira. Vakira trying to rise up, looking for something, looking for anything. Down 5 is Beta. Gavin Everett the ball. Weldy on the wing. Dribble drive, nice little step over, turn over. Big Bread, now Farrell. Weldy's got the ball. Great defense, a lot of hustle. Weldy, too strong on the layup try and a foul. Nothing called on the shot, something on the floor. 1 of 1.
And maybe not the shot you're looking for there. I understand wanting to go for it with the time ticking down, but Weldy was being double teamed. Probably had a chance to kick it out to the 3-point line where Beta has been strong this afternoon. SIGEP back to the line again. Maybe this time can be their chance to put it away at the free throw line. It'd be a 3-possession game if he can knock both of these down.
Keever at the line, gonna get it.
Probably the best looking free throw we've seen from anybody so far today.
That was absolute Land O'Lakes butter. We got all of SIGEP's defenders but one back to help defend. 39-33, and now it's a 3-possession game.
Now it becomes
Absolute
really tough.
clutch.
Really tough for Beta now, because now you have to really push, maybe force yourself into some uncomfortable looks that you wouldn't settle for otherwise. That ball is knocked out of bounds, and it's headed the other way.
Turnover off of Vakira. Beta giving it up. SIGEP taking it over.
Beta 1 point and 0 field goals in this overtime period. That defense that we talked about much of this game really showed for SIGEP here in this overtime period. They found a way to lock Beta up, force him into some uncomfortable looks. And Vakira, who's been strong all game, haven't seen much of him in this overtime period specifically. They found a way to shut him down. Back to the free throw line goes SIGEP.
And I got to give hats off and give credit where credit is due. A great inbound pass right there by SIGEP to number 30, Jake Gallagher, to get the look, to send him to the line, and to get the free throw down. 41-33, 8-point game, and you just have a sense that this one is going to go SIGEP's way, but never count Beta out. We saw that at the end of regulation to make it a 9-point game. Jake Gallagher.
You can't count him out, but at the same time, this is a much different situation. I mean, it was, what, a 4 or 5-point deficit with us in a minute. This one is now a 9-point deficit as Woodring takes the 3, doesn't get it to go, and SIGEP with the ball again, and they can taste this victory here against Beta.
And Farrell is going to foul, and you start to see the triumphant smiles on the SIGEP crowd. Defeated looks on the Beta side. What a game, what a finish, down to the wire. That's why we are in overtime right now. It's going to be Jake Gallagher, the leading scorer for this SIGEP team, back at the line. He got 2 before. Let's see if he can get the first, and he can.
And that makes it a 4-score game, and at this point, I mean, other than, an outlier like Northern Iowa, Texas A&M. Northern Iowa down 12 points, less than a minute to go, come back to win. But a 10-point game now, and there's another offensive rebound for SIGEP.
Salt on the wound, yet another offensive rebound. Beta was already reluctant to foul, and now they're just going to let this one hit triple zeros. 25 seconds left. The SIGEP crowd laughing, smiling, cheering, saying, hey, hey, goodbye. 43-33. What a fight, what a battle. An absolute war. 8 seconds left. What a game. Gonna take it by double digits. It was overtime. The dunk, the windmill. Wanted it so badly. Loved the effort and really loved the effort by both teams. It is gonna be Sigma Phi Epsilon taking down Beta Theta Pi 43-33, and the men's final is now set. Lambda Chi Alpha will be taking on Sigma Phi Epsilon. What a game. Jackson, give me your final thoughts from this one.
Yeah, I mean, just an exemplary level of toughness showed in this game. Back and forth in the first and second half, and then the fight by Beta to get back into it to force overtime. But that was just a dominant period by Lambda Chi Alpha, or excuse me, by Sigma Phi Epsilon in that overtime period. A 10-point win in overtime. You don't see that very often.
No, you do not.
They just took over. The defense was strong. They got enough looks, got to the free throw line when they needed to, knocked them down, and they advanced to the championship game this afternoon.
Only 1 point scored by Beta in that overtime from the charity stripe, but 11 scored by Sig Ep. That's the name of the game. What a battle. What a game. What a win. Sig Ep, Lambda Chi will be in the men's final. Now coming up, the women's marquee matchup. It is AKO taking on Theta. Gonna be an amazing one. What a game here from Assembly Hall. Beta Theta Pi taken down by Sigma Phi Epsilon. Once again, I'm Cooper Schoenberg alongside Jackson Pittner. This was a fun one, and I'm looking forward to see how these final matchups shake up here at Assembly Hall. We will see you soon. Taking a quick break. We will be right back here on GBA Network.
Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by itch and irritation from not wiping fully clean because he was relying on the dry stuff to wipe. Yikes. But what man didn't realize is that wetter cleans better. Behold, wet extra large dude wipes. See how wet dude wipes completely clears while dry TP smears, leaving debris behind on Uranus. Ditch the itch and switch to wet extra large dude wipes for the best clean, hands down.
Welcome to beautiful Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana on the campus of Indiana University. We are here today for a women's GBA matchup between Alpha Chi Omega and Kappa Alpha Theta alongside Drew Furch. My name is Quincy Bell. Drew, we should have a good game on our hands today. This is a rematch of the fall championship that was played last year. AKI took down Theta.
Yeah, like you said, both teams are hungry. Obviously, Theta wants a little revenge after losing last year, but it's just been an incredible environment throughout the first couple games between the men's semifinals and now this game starting up. So we should be in for a clash of the Titans, as you would say.
Maggie Sullivan against Ava Shoemaker for the opening tip. The ball is up and we are underway from Assembly Hall. It's AKO who will have the first possession. Emma Carley with it. Spinning, driving into the lane, loses it for a second. And now she's tied up with Skylar Kohlmeyer of Theta. It will be a tie-up, and the possession will go with Theta after AKO won the original tip.
Nice strong defense from Theta to start out and make a point to get the basketball right back.
Well, in our pregame meeting, we talked to Theta's captain, Audrey Charvat. She said this is a team that prides himself on the defensive end of the ball. Mid-range shot, no good from Ava Shoemaker. Rebound comes to Theta. They get it on the baseline. Now back out for Avery Keller, who fires up a three, misses it long. Rebound comes to Caitlin Shoemaker, who's playing with her sister today. Ball is thrown up, knocked away, and we have another tie-up on the floor. This time possession will head to AKO.
Kind of reverse of the situation from down at the other end of the court. Both teams look a little energetic, rowdy, ready to get going against each other.
Energy is big here at Assembly Hall. This is a regular season matchup between both of these sororities. The fraternity matchups that you saw earlier were playoff games. The women's season just started, so this is just a regular season game, but Drew, it's not every day you get to play at Assembly Hall. I'm sure both these teams would love to come away with a win. Emma Carley with the ball, looking for space, guarded hardly by Caitlin Shoemaker. Now gives it over to Maggie Sullivan, looking for a pass. Stops on the right wing. Bounce pass inside, rolls out of bounds. It was off of a foot of one of the Theta players, so possession will remain with AKO.
Both teams really haven't able to been getting clean shots up. It's kind of been a little sloppy to start, but that's expected. Both teams kind of lacking coming out shooting the ball so far.
High nerves, potentially, in this matchup on the biggest stage. Drive inside, left-handed layup falls for Nora Liedstrom, the 5'9" junior from Chicago, gets AKO on the board first, and Theta with a pass too far the other way. AKO will be getting the ball back after drawing first blood.
Liedstrom did such a good job going up and getting that bucket for AKO to get them on the board right away, and then Theta just makes a turnover again, so they really got to just settle down and show that they're here and create a presence.
Made the shot through the contact, could have given her an and one potentially. Maggie Sullivan loses the ball for a second, picks it up, now it's knocked away. Trying to avoid the backcourt, but gets it over to Carly DeCastro, who has the ball knocked away from her. And taken away by Audrey Chavit of Theta, who throws it in the corner, and it's intercepted by DeCastro. AKO coming out with some great effort on the defensive end. Emma Carley drives into the lane. Nice move with the pivot foot, couldn't get the layup to go. Rebound, nozzle around, and it comes to Skylar Kohlmeyer. Kohlmeyer drops it off. Here's a three for Ava Shoemaker, misses it short. Both Shoemakers, Caitlin and Ava, they're both dangerous from the three-point line, or so we've been told. Pass inside to Liedstrom, misses it. Chavit fights for the rebound with DeCastro. It'll be a tie-up, and Theta will take the possession. 3 tie-ups already, not even 4 minutes into this one.
We talked about with both coaches, they really pride themselves on the defensive end, and that's what we're seeing so far. AKO's doing a really good job getting and solidifying themselves in the paint, but that defensive presence from Theta's killing them.
3 on the way, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds. Possession will stay with Theta. 2-0 the lead for AKO. Just about 4 minutes gone by. It's a running clock until the final 2 minutes of each half. Ball is turned over and taken away by Emma Carley, who brings it up the other way. Stops at the top, drops it off for DeCastro. Thought about a 3-0, drives into the lane. Left-handed floater, no good. Knocked out of bounds. Possession will be with Theta.
Carly was in the right place at the right time to intercept that ball and charge it down to get themselves in the paint, but another chance that AKO had, but they just couldn't score.
DeCastro is a 5'9" senior from Indianapolis. He's a big presence down low for AKO. We've seen her everywhere on the defensive end so far. Caitlin Shoemaker stops at the free throw line, fires up a jumper, misses it long. Catherine Loso, the 5'9" senior from Carmel, pulls down the rebound, and Maggie Sullivan will bring it up for AKO. AKO not pushing the tempo a lot. That's something Theta loves to do. They love to get out on the break when they can. AKO has been determined to slow it down so far early in this one. Catherine Loso throws it over to Carly. She's thinking about a three. She's given space if she wants it. Instead, she'll motion to the top of the key. Spins around, gets a screen, drops it off for DeCastro, and she was fouled trying to get the pass over to her teammate.
Like we keep saying, just effortless defense for both teams. But Theta's presence, man, just defensively has been unreal. I mean, they're playing tough physical basketball, and that's what you want to see.
These are two very solid teams, like we said in the open. This is a rematch of the fall championship last year. AKO was able to take down Theta in that one, but the defenses have been at the forefront today with 14 minutes to go in the half. It's just 2-0.
For Theta, they really got to get the Shoemakers going. Like you said, both sisters can shoot the ball and are the best shooters on the team, but they haven't been able to get going or really had any clean looks. So that's their key so far that they need to do to get going in this ball game and to potentially give AKO a run for their money.
And when we talked in the pregame meeting with Theta, Captain Audrey Charvet said that both of the Shoemakers are their playmakers. They love to shoot. Catherine is a 5'3" junior. Ava is a 5'8" sophomore. Both of them are from Noblesville, Indiana.
It's got to be a good feeling playing with your sister, knowing that you guys are the best of both shooters on the team, and just challenging for another championship with your sister's got to feel unreal. They
will send Emmy Carley to the line, the 5'4" sophomore from Fairfield, Connecticut. And it looks like they're going to call a flagrant on Theta from that last play. So Carley will get 2 shots, and I believe her team will be getting the ball as well. No good on the first one. There are referees for these games, of course, but normally when you're playing in the backyard of a fraternity or sorority, there's no officials to keep order.
Like you said, a little different environment.
Underneath, they give it to Carly on the inbound. She's backing it down and turns it over. Ava Shoemaker comes away with the steal. Her sister Caitlin brings it ahead for Theta. Pass up to the top is intercepted by Nora Leedstrom. Up ahead to Castro on the break. Drops it off for Catherine Loso. Now at the top of the key for Leedstrom. Driving, throws it on the baseline for Carly. Now back to the top for Loso. AKO not trying to get sped up today. Controlling the tempo slowly, and with Theta liking to run as much as they do, it could be throwing them off guard. Right-handed layup from DeCastro misses. Theta pushing it up the other way. Ava Shoemaker into the lane. High layup off the glass, rattles around and drops, and Theta's on the board.
That was just a beauty from Shoemaker to attack the paint and score. And right now the refs are discussing because the clock has not ran for the past 30 seconds.
The clock on your broadcast feed says 13:36, but in the arena it said 14:05, and now it's running. You can see it on top of the basket. So 2-2, and AKO will bring it up. Those substitutions have been made for either squad. Maggie Sullivan looking around for a pass, throws it over to Catherine Loso. At the top, it's Carly. Some stout defense being played by Theta. Carly nowhere to go on the baseline, but she's still driving in, throws it out to the corner. Three-point attempt from Loso, rattles in and out.
It was a beautiful setup to get it to her. Just couldn't capitalize on that space that she had for the three. But another good defensive effort from Theta to stop them.
Caitlin Shoemaker throws it over to Avery Keller. Here's a three from Ava Shoemaker, misses off the glass. She gets her own rebound. It looks like we'll have yet another tie-up.
Shoemaker's feeling it after making that other bucket, but just both teams really struggling from beyond the arc so far to start this game.
Katrina Boswell checks in for AKO on behalf of Carly DeCastro. I believe Theta used their first timeout of the game. Both teams are awarded 2 timeouts per game.
I think
Here's DeCastro coming in with the layup. That was early in the game, got it to fall. And then on the other end, Shoemaker driving the break high off the glass. That almost hit off the shot clock, but still able to drop.
I was going to say, I think for both teams right now, they just got to settle down. I think they're pretty antsy, energetic, rematch of the title last year. Just settle down, find some better shots, find better flow, and just get the crowd going. I mean, when you get a crowd going, the energy's there, and then you play your best. So right now, they just got to take a break, breathe, and just come out swinging.
A decent showing for both of these sororities. AKO in all white on the right side of the court. Theta with a mix of jerseys and other apparel on the left side. I'll tell you, Drew, there was some big energy in those fraternity games earlier. It was loud in here.
Man, especially the dagger that tied in, sent it to overtime. That was just impressive, and just both of those teams would not give up.
So Theta will take this one under their own basket. Schuler-Kohlmeyer will throw it in. Throws it to the top for Ava Shoemaker, who drives in, drops it off for Charvet. Now to the corner. Avery Keller fires up a 3, misses it, but the rebound comes to Ava Shoemaker. Throws it over to her sister, Caitlin. Now back to the top. Cindy Akers drops it off for the other Shoemaker, Ava, who knocks it down. It's 5-2, Theta.
Theta takes the first lead of the game from that 3-pointer from Shoemaker. It's got to feel good getting the rhythm and going.
AKO drives it into the lane. Maggie Sullivan lost it out of bounds, but she was fouled on her way there.
AKO's done a really good job this game of attacking that rim and trying to get in the paint. It's just Theta's playing really good defense not to allow them to get a shot off.
Well, that's what they pride themselves on. Audrey Charvet said that other teams don't really pay as much attention to the defensive side of the ball as they do, and that's what helps give them an advantage. Nice pass underneath, but Catherine Loso couldn't get the finish to fall.
Loso had a beautiful look, just couldn't capitalize on that easy bucket.
Fast break attempt for Theta, pass too far for Charvet. Samantha Byrne checks in for AKO. It's Byrne, Carly, Boswell, Sullivan on the court for AKO. Carly crosses over, drives into the lane, through the contact, misses the layup just long.
I mean, AKO's getting a lot of good shots, they just cannot capitalize on them. But if they keep doing that, one of them's gonna fall, and that's gonna lead to many.
Ava Shoemaker drops it off for Cindy Akers, who throws it on the wing. 3 attempt is missed by Caitlin Shoemaker, and AKO bringing it up. Strong defense by Akers up along our scorers table, but they're going to call her for a foul.
I like that. They were starting to play press, get AKO a little nervous, and then try to create them to get a turnover. Obviously, they had a foul called on them, but the effort's good.
In a game like this where defenses have taken the most of the forefront, pressing and trying to create turnovers could be your best chance at offense. Evan Spidell recently checked into the game for AKO, drops it on the wing for Loso, who fires up a 3. No good. Fight for the rebound. Ava Shoemaker comes away with it. She got fouled.
Shoemaker's been everywhere this game. Hitting a couple shots and then getting the rebound. She's just playing really tough and creating that energy for her team to get them going.
Her sister, Caitlin Shoemaker, will bring this one up. Drops it on the wing for her sister. Now it's Charvet in the middle. Throws up a layup. No good. Rebound to Loso. Bringing it up quickly for AKO. Stops at the top of the key. Had room for a 3 if she wants it, but she'll move over to the wing. Now she fires up a mid-range shot. Misses it off glass. Rebound battled for. Taken away by Spidell. Throws it in the corner. 3 attempt from Samantha Byrne. Misses long. Theta has it moving quickly up the other way is Avery Keller. All the way coast to coast, throws up a shot, no good, and they're going to call her for a charge. Emma Carley taking the contact.
Carly did a beautiful job just setting her feet and getting the charge drawn on her. It was just beautiful technique from her.
This Theta team loves to get out there and run, but AKO has really slowed them down. No points for AKO since the first 3 minutes of this one, a layup made by Carly DeCastro. Caitlin Shoemaker with the 3 gave Theta the lead with about 11 minutes to go in the half. DeCastro had room for a 3 if she wanted, drops it off and knocked out of bounds off the chest of Jenna Foster of Theta, so possession will remain with AKO.
Looked like Boswell didn't really realize the pass was going to her anyways.
Inbound pass is almost taken away by Caitlin Shoemaker, but instead Carly will walk it up for AKO. Spinning around, driving to the baseline, throws it to the other corner, and it's knocked away. Possession kept by Spidell for a moment, but she stepped on the baseline.
Theta's doing a really good, AKO's doing a very good job of playing at both ends, but defensively they're pressing AKO into making those mistakes, Theta is, and now they have the ball back.
Caitlin Shoemaker walking it up, throws it on the wing, now gets it back. Throws it over to Mallory Engel, now it's back to Shoemaker. Now throws it to her sister Ava, who's looking for a play at the top. Spinning around back to her sister, who fires up a 3. No good, misses it short. Rebound comes to Maggie Sullivan of AKO. Ashley Voss, newly checked into the game for Theta. We were told that she is incredible on the defensive end of the ball, and she is strongly guarding DeCastro. Sullivan with it at the top. AKO slowing down the pace, looking for a play. Sullivan drives into the lane, blows by her defender, throws up a layup, misses it short. Rebound comes to Spidell, who throws up a layup, no good. And Ava Shoemaker pulls it down for Theta, and they're running the other way. Shoemaker drives baseline, throws up a layup off glass, no good. Rebound comes to Samantha Byrne. AKO trying to move quickly, but a travel called in the backcourt.
AKO just getting a little excited there, trying to rush the play, but travel on them. But so far, another mistake from them through this game.
That was really the first chance AKO has had to get out and run this game. But too many steps taken in the backcourt. Caitlin Shoemaker with it on the right wing, throws it up top. Now gets it back on the right wing. Throws it in the middle to her sister. Now it's back to Caitlin, and this ball is taken away. Maggie Sullivan all alone for AKO, running it down. Layup is good. 1 point game with 6 minutes to go in the half.
Defense finally able to get a turnover and run a coast to coast, and now they're within 1 of taking the lead.
Layup no good. Voss comes away with the rebound. Throws it back to the top. Shoemaker drives into the lane. Pull-up jumper is blocked. Nora Leedstrom got the hand up.
Back-to-back defensive plays from AKO. That's what we're talking about when it comes to the defensive end. They've kind of taken that out of Theta's playbook with the strong effort defense.
On the basket, the pass was tipped by Catherine Loso, and then Sullivan picked up the loose ball, brought it all the way for the bucket. And AKO has the possession back, looking to take the lead for the first time in the last 12 minutes. They scored first, made this one 2-0. That ball is turned over, taken away by Theta. Caitlin Shoemaker tried to get the outlet pass on the ground, but AKO takes it back. Long 2 from Catherine Loso is missed long. Saved for a moment, but Theta has it the other way. Now it's knocked out of the hands by Samantha Byrne. And it's out of bounds, and Theta will be keeping the possession.
Theta trying to get on that fast break, but AKO was really able to tip the ball out before they could get out and run. So another good defensive effort and prowess from them.
Voss checks out in favor of Sydney Akers, a 5'10" senior from Hinsdale, Illinois. Audrey Charvet, the captain, gets it on the right wing. Now throws it back to the top. Shoemaker gets it on the wing, fires up a three, misses it. Fight for the rebound. Another tie-up, 3 players in a battle for that ball. We've seen a lot of battling on these rebounds, Drew. I mean, that's the 5th tie-up of this contest, not even to halftime.
Both teams just want it that much, you know? I mean, and I love what Theta's able to do. They're really getting open space. They're obviously not capitalizing on their shots, but Shoemaker, usually she would hit that. But if they keep doing that, buckets are going to start going in, and Theta's really going to be able to take this game over.
Maggie Sullivan, the junior from Morristown, New Jersey, spinning and looking for a play. She's guarded closely by Jenna Foster. Loso has it, drives into the lane, now kicks it out. Pump fake from Byrne. And possession will go the other way in favor of Theta. 3:30 to go in the first half. And in a game this tight, Drew, it feels like every possession, any basket could really throw the game in control of one team. Shoemaker fires up a 3 and knocks it down. Ava Shoemaker from the top of the key doubles up the lead for Theta.
And that was nothing but net, as they say. Absolutely pure from Shoemaker. Second one of the game, and puts the dagger in the middle of AKO's face.
6 points for Ava Shoemaker. Drive into the lane, layup no good from Carly to Castro, and Theta's looking to run. Ava Shoemaker gets to the lane, drives in, has her shot blocked, but she was fouled.
Shoemaker's coming alive. She's starting to really pick the pace up for Theta. And after that 3, she just comes out and gets a foul drawn in the paint.
They gave her room at the top, nothing but net. And on the other end, the entry pass, got it back. Boom.
Can't give her that kind of space or she's gonna hit it.
And she's at the line for 2 shots. First time we've seen either team go to the line since Emma Carley shot some technical free throws. First one is good. 7 points for Shoemaker. Second shot from the sophomore is good.
Not bad for having 8 of Theta's 10 points. They're really relying on her offensive presence to get this game going for them.
2 for 2 at the line for Ava Shoemaker, and Theta has built themselves a little bit of a lead with under 2 minutes to go in the half. Maggie Sullivan lost it, ball's on the ground, fought for by 3 different players. That's another tie-up. The 6th one of the first half, and Theta will take the possession back. A team that loves to pride themselves on what they do at the defensive end of the court, coming away with another takeaway. Up ahead, possessed by Lily Ranch, drives in, looking for a play, drops it off. Loso almost had the seal, but Charvet gets it, and she traveled. Minute 15 to go in the first half, and a basket here would be huge for AKO if they could just cut this deficit by 1 more basket before we get to half.
They need to get some momentum going before halftime, as you said.
Maggie Sullivan stops at the baseline, backpedals, thought about a 3, now throws it into the post, and it's taken away by Theta, but now turned over again. But they will call a push on number 10 to Castro for AKO. So Theta will get possession back with 42 seconds and counting.
Theta's really taking control of this game on both ends of the court. AKO needs to pick up and play some better offense and not be careless with the basketball.
Shoemaker for 3 again, misses it. Loso comes away with the board. 26 seconds to go in the game. We'll see if AKO tries to hold for the last shot. Loso crosses midcourt, picks up her dribble, drops it off for DeCastro, spinning into the lane. Shoemaker ties her up. Ball squeaks out to Loso, who throws it over to Sullivan. 10 seconds to go for AKO. Maggie Sullivan waiting. 5 seconds, drops it in the post for Carly, and she's fouled. Clock stops with 1.5 seconds to go.
Smart foul from Theta.
So AKO will inbound it from underneath the basket. They're going to need something quickly. Whoever gets this inbound pass will immediately need to put it up. They throw it to Loso. She tried to throw it back to DeCastro, but not enough time. Halftime score, 10-4 in favor of Kappa Alpha Theta, looking for some revenge after their championship loss last year to AKO. Ava Shoemaker is doing all of the work for Theta, 2 threes, and she has 8 of their 10 points, Drew.
It's not just her offense that's really taking charge, it's her defense. She's a good two-way player. You don't really see that much in these types of leagues, but she is a dog on both ends, so it's just very amazing to see her do that.
We'll be back in 5 minutes. You've been watching the WGBA. Welcome back to the opening game of the women's GBA season. AKO and Kappa Alpha Theta locked in a defensive battle through half number one. It's 10-4, the lead for Theta. Alongside Drew Furch, my name is Quincy Bell. Drew, we saw a lot of great defensive play in that first half. What does AKO need to do to get back in this one?
AKO, they're doing some mixed things, but they just got to get some clean shots up. They're just rushing it. they're not really settling into their plays. They're just chucking up shots that aren't really good. And Theta's just doing a better job of defending straight up. So really got to clean some possessions up, get a bucket to go, and then settle down, and we'll see where things get going.
The star of the show in the first half has been Ava Shoemaker. The sophomore from Noblesville has 8 of Theta's 10 points, including 2 threes and 2 free throws made at the line. If AKO wants to win this one, they're going to have to make sure they know where she is at all times. Second half set to start. Theta will get the ball first as we switch sides here from Assembly Hall. Keller throws it in, and it's Caitlin Shoemaker, the sister of Ava, who will bring it up first for Theta. Throws it on the wing for Avery Keller. Into the middle. Shoemaker fires up a mid-range shot. No good. Rebound comes to AKO.
Theta wants to go right to Shoemaker to get her going and silence this game right away.
Evan Spidell throws it on the wing for Carly. Carly throws it up at the top for Catherine Loso. Crossing over, looking for room. Now back to Carly. Throws it in the middle for Spidell. Drops it down for Leadstrom. Throws up a layup and gets it to go. AKO with a basket on their first possession out of the half.
Beautiful possession from Leadstrom. That's how you want to come out of the half and establish your presence right away.
First basket of the game for Nora Leadstrom. Theta looking for a response. The lead has been cut to 4. That ball's taken away. Catherine Loso has it on the break for AKO. She's chased from behind. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with AKO. Avery Keller back the other way. Almost had steal. Here's a look at the basket from Leadstrom. Gets to the left hand and gets it to drop easily.
Beautiful off-glass shot from her, but AKO's coming out with some energy. That's what you want to see right away.
Carly gets it, thought about a 3, now crosses over on Shoemaker. Into the post. Looked for a pass, but Shoemaker is called for the foul.
That's the only bad thing about Theta's defense. They're really aggressive, so a lot of calls and fouls will be called on them because of their aggressiveness and intensity.
It does take 7 fouls to get into the bonus today, just like normal men's college basketball rules. Theta has it on the turnover. They move it up the other way. Shoemaker on the break. Lays it up, no good, but DeCastro called for the foul, got the heads up. She thought it was clean, but Shoemaker will be going to the line for 2 more free throws. Here's a look at that play, and DeCastro caught a little bit of her arm.
Shoemaker had really good awareness of where the ball was and where her defender was, and was able kind of to be able to lean in and draw that foul to send her back to the line.
Shoemaker is 2 for 2 from the line today. Make it 3 for 3. 9 points for the sophomore, and Theta leads it 11-6. Second shot. Rattles home, shooter's touch. 4 free throws made for Ava Shoemaker to go along with 2 threes. She has 10 of Theta's 12 points. Emma Carly up the other way for AKO. Spinning into the lane. Pivots, throws it off glass, no good, but she was fouled and she'll be headed to the line.
Nice aggressiveness from Carly to get inside the lane and draw the foul on Theta.
Carly 0 for 1 from the line today. She got to shoot a technical free throw earlier. Missed it. We'll see if she has better luck from the line here. First one good, nothing but net. We have seen AKO get the ball into the paint more efficiently to come out of this second half. They were held pretty much exclusively on the perimeter. Part of the reason they only had 4 points in that first half. But they've been getting it inside for a lot more high percentage looks. Second free throw from Carly drops at AKO, already with as many points in this half as they had in the first.
The possessions have just come from kind of slowing it down, being smarter with the basketball, and just not turning it over as much.
Brooklyn Ellie has her pass taken away. DeCastro the other way. She was fouled by Ellie. And AKO making their presence known on the defensive end.
Both teams have kind of swapped halves. AKO's coming out with that defensive aggressiveness, and that has translated to points. That's what Theta was doing in the first half, but they're slowing down the second.
Spidell drives into the way. Nice move underneath. Layup does not quite go. Fight for the rebound taken away by Leadstrom, and she was fouled on her way up.
great effort from Lidstrom after coming out and scoring that off the glass point, and she's just continuing to show up.
Right place, right time, picked up the loose ball, and she got hacked by Sydney Akers. Better to give up a foul than the free basket. First free throw is good. Lidstrom had a basket earlier. That's 3 points for her now. And she could cut this lead to 2 with another make.
The other Shoemaker just checked in, Ava.
Second free throw, no good from Lidstrom. The lead will stay at 12-9 for Theta. One possession with 15 minutes to go in the game. Shoemaker throws it inside to Charvet. Now drops it on the baseline. Charvet gets it back, fires up a 3, misses it. Rebound comes to Emma Carley. Moving it up the other way. Fancy dribbling drives, crosses over, throws it into the corner. Spidell fires up a 3, misses it short. Rebound comes to Loso, but she had it taken away by Caitlin Shoemaker. Quickly the other way for the junior. Throws it over to her sister. Nice ball movement. Layup, no good. But Shoemaker once again fouled. And they're going to call a charge that time, actually, on Ava Shoemaker.
Yeah, a little Shoemaker to Shoemaker action. Ava just couldn't. She was getting really aggressive, but just got the charge on her.
It looked like she may have been fouled on her way up, but they're going to say Shoemaker. Too powerful inside. 3 is thrown up by Spidell. No good. Fight for the rebound. Avery Keller comes away with it. Quickly moving it up the way. Keller to Caitlin Shoemaker. Spinning. Drops it back for Charvet. Top of the key. Theta looking. Caitlin Shoemaker spinning. Drops it off for Keller. Over to Charvet. Back to Keller. Looking for room. Throws it into the middle. Now to the corner. Caitlin Shoemaker knocks down a 3.
Shoemaker duo coming out this game for sure. Caitlin and Ava are just stealing this game from AKO as we speak.
3 shots have been made from beyond the arc for those two. First one for the older sister. And the lead is up to 5 for AKO. They're going to say that Shoemaker had her foot on the line, so that one is a 2. That 3 is knocked down by Catherine Loso. 2-point game.
Loso says, how about me too? Hitting the 3 and sending a message and cutting this lead down to 2.
2-point lead. AKO is coming out a lot better in this second half than the first. In the corner, Ava Shoemaker, guarded by DeCastro. Ball is cycled up to the top for Keller. Throws it inside to Charvet. Almost had it taken away. She'll drop it back near midcourt and give it back to Keller. Throws it in the corner for Shoemaker. Fires up a 3. Misses it long. Rebound comes to Loso. AKO could tie it or take the lead with a 3. Carley looking. Stops at the top, hands it to DeCastro. The AKO fans started to make some noise. Inside, Loso spins around, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes to Caitlin Shoemaker. Moving it the other way for Theta. Shoemaker tied up with Carley. Looking for space, throws it up top for Keller. Keller to Ellie, back to Keller. In the corner, Shoemaker drives inside, layup, rattles out. Rebound comes to Nora Lidstrom, who's moving it up the other way, one-on-one. Trying to go coast to coast, spins, lays it up, no good. Fights for the rebound. She's taken to the ground with Ava Shoemaker, and possession will stay with AKO. The 3 from Loso. First time we've seen AKO get in this game from behind the arc. And there's Spidell just dropping it off, easy pass, and money for Loso. Her first basket of the game, and the AKO fans starting to get in this one. Maggie Sullivan drives to the middle. Now she'll drop it out. Crosses over, gets to the free throw line, drops it off for Carley. She's thinking about a 3, and she'll take one. Misses it short. Rebound comes to Voss, newly checked into the game. Turned it over. Theta with it back. Spidell threw up a layup, and she was fouled on her way up.
AKO's really getting some good second chances. And that was a great effort from Spidell to get the foul drawn, and she's going to the line. Carley's also been doing a really good job facilitating this offense this half.
Spidell coming off the bench has yet to be on the scoreboard today, but she could tie it up with 2 makes, but misses the first one to the right. Whistles and a timeout called by Theta. 14-12. Spidell will have one more free throw. The 5'4" senior from Carmel, Indiana, has been facilitating nicely. She had the assist on the Loso 3.
It's good energy for her, you know, to come off the bench and really establish herself. I just see what I see with AKO right now is the ball movement and the facilitation is what they needed to come out with the game. And they've come out with this half, and we see it even with the crowd. They've created energy in a new environment, and Theta's kind of not running scared from them, but AKO showing that they can play straight up with them and potentially beat them.
AKO has battled back here. The score was 10-4 at halftime, but AKO already with 8 points in this second half. They've cut the deficit to 2. Spidell back at the line for her second free throw attempt, could cut this deficit to 1. AKO has also taken a page out of Theta's book. They've been getting out on the break and turning defense into offense. A couple of fast break points for them. Spidell for her second shot. Misses it short. Voss comes down with the rebound. 10:30 to go in the game. Theta has the lead by 2. Caitlin Shoemaker drops it off for Avery Keller. Now it's Sydney Akers. Into the middle, it's taken away. Spidell the other way, 2-on-1. Euro step, throws up a layup, no good. Fight for the rebound, knocked around by everyone. Comes over to Sullivan, and she was fouled on her way up. Keller pleading her case, saying she had both hands straight up. But Maggie Sullivan, the 5'2" junior, will have 2 shots to tie this game up. Here's another look at it. And Keller maybe leaned forward a little bit. She caught a little bit of the arm. First free throw. Sullivan knocks it down. 1-point game.
Spidell has done a good job. I mean, getting the turnover, creating the fast break. She wasn't able to finish, but Sullivan was able to get the offensive rebound and get that foul called, and now she's at the line with her second attempt.
Second free throw from Maggie Sullivan. Misses a little bit short, but AKO has come storming back in this second half. They've cut the lead to 1. Caitlin Shoemaker with the ball. Her older sister Ava has been the star of the show with 10 points, and she gets it at the post. Layup, no good. Fight for the rebound, she gets it back. Throws it over to Keller on the wing. Back to Shoemaker, corner 3, no good. Bounces around, fight for it. And it's Loso who comes away with it for AKO.
AKO's doing a really good job of playing solid defense and double teaming Shoemaker, Ava specifically, and that has really created a struggle for Theta.
AKO has not had the lead since it was 2-0, 3 minutes into this contest. Spidell looking around. Drives into the middle, drops it out. Thought about a mid-range jumper, but drops it off for Katrina Boswell. Now it's Sullivan at the top. Throws it over to Avery Wilson, who lost it, but gets it back. Some subs are getting some playing time here for AKO. Throw it inside to Sullivan. Layup, no good. Voss has the rebound. Voss with some great interior defense, and Theta looking to push it the other way. Thrown over. Shoemaker inside, throws up a layup, misses it long. Voss with the rebound, back up top to Shoemaker. Ava drives in on the wing. Ellie fires a 3, rattles around, misses it. Voss almost had the rebound. It's knocked out of bounds, and possession will stay with Theta.
Beautiful kick out from Shoemaker. Theta just could not hit that. That's kind of been the story of this half so far. They're not able to capitalize on their shots, unlike the first half, with them only scoring 4 points this entire half.
8 minutes to go. Theta with the inbound pass to throw it into Ava Shoemaker. Spidell fought for the steal, but she comes away with a foul on Ava Shoemaker. Shoemaker has been held quiet in this second half, Drew. Only 2 free throws she's made. Baseline jumper, no good from Caitlin Shoemaker. Rebound, Keller has it, throws it up top. 3 ball from Sydney Miller, no good. Rebound comes to Carly DeCastro. The senior from Indianapolis will bring it across the timeline. She's isolated on Sydney Akers. Throws it inside to Liedstrom. Ball is tied up, and a travel. Lidstrom took too many steps there.
Theta did a really good job of establishing their presence to get AKO to turn the ball over.
Caitlin Shoemaker, the 5'3" junior from Noblesville, brings it up. Time winding down in this WGBA blockbuster. Two teams that met in the championship game last year. AKO won a close one. Keller fires a three and knocks it down. Avery Keller on the board for the first time today, and Theta has the lead back up to 4.
It was a beautiful response from Theta, putting a little dagger in their wounds for AKO. AKO's got to respond real quick.
4 threes have been made from Theta. Carly looking on the baseline. She is fouled underneath by Ava Shoemaker. That's her third. Here's another look at the three. Keller had the room to shoot it and thought, why not let it fly? Knocks it down. And with 6 minutes to go, AKO might need a basket here just to stay pace with the way the Theta has been making these threes. Sullivan looking in the paint. She's fouled on her way up.
AKO's been doing a really good job of just getting to the line in general this half. And many of that has come from their bench players who have come off the bench and really established a spark for them in aggressiveness.
Sullivan at the line. She's 1 for 2 today. Gets that one to rattle home. 4 points for Sullivan. She had a steal and a breakaway layup in the first half. 3-point game. Audrey Charvet subs back in for Theta, their team captain. Sullivan for her second. Misses it. Long rebound comes to Lidstrom, and AKO will keep possession. Sullivan gets it at the top. Now back to Lidstrom. Backing it down on the baseline. Shoemaker comes to help. Layup misses long. Keller has the rebound for Theta, and they're looking to push up ahead. Caitlin Shoemaker's alone on the break, lays it up, and it drops.
Beautiful cross-court pass to Caitlin Shoemaker. What a finish off the glass and to get them up 5 points.
Theta loves to get it on the break when they can. DeCastro spinning, almost tied up, drops it off. Now Carly in the middle. Tried to throw it to Lidstrom, but the pass knocked away. Shoemaker takes it away. 4:30 to go. Theta looking to throw a dagger. Shoemaker for the mid-range, no good. DeCastro pulls the rebound down. 5-point lead for Theta, waning moments of the second half. DeCastro gets a screen. Looking now Sullivan. Trying to find space or a teammate if she can. Throws it over to Avery Wilson. Wilson to DeCastro. Fires it up, misses it short. Sullivan pulls down the rebound. Looking inside, back to DeCastro. In the corner, Wilson fires up a three. Pure, nothing but net. AKO cuts the lead back to 2.
Trading blows from one to another. And Theta goes up, but AKO just responds immediately and will not back down to him.
So they said her foot was on the line on that three, so it's only a 2. It's 19-16, the lead for Theta. Here's another look at it. First time we've seen Wilson at all today, and she was just inside the line when she shot that one. So just 2 points for the sophomore from Westfield. But AKO gets the possession back. And they could tie it with a 3. Carly spinning into the lane, a nice move. Drops it off. Loso mid-range, misses it short. Sullivan had the rebound for a moment, but her foot was on the line.
Beautiful setup, just couldn't get the jumper to fall. Theta has really got to kind of take some time off the clock with this possession, hit a big shot, and with that, they could kind of be able to win this game and put a dagger in them if they hit it.
Inside, Shoemaker throws it off glass, no good. Lidstrom comes down with the board. 3-point lead for Theta, 16-19. Lidstrom the other way, spinning, throws up a shot, no good. Great defense from Shoemaker inside, and she pulls down the board and gets it over to Charvet, and Keller will bring it up. 2:30 to go in the game. Shoemaker inside to Charvet. Gets knocked to the ground, battle for the ball, tie up. And possession will be with AKO.
kind of reminiscent of the first half. We saw a bunch of tie-ups right away within the first 10 minutes, and we're kind of seeing that right now because both teams are really hungry and aggressive to get this win with less than 2:30 to go, but AKO just will not quit.
Emma Carley walks it up. 3-point deficit for AKO. Catherine Loso looking, throws it inside to Spidell. She's tied up, spins away, keeps the possession, layup, rattles around, does not go. Keller grabs the board. Theta moving it the other way. At midcourt, Charvet back to Keller. Thrown inside, Shoemaker off glass, gets it to drop.
What a shot from Shoemaker to put them up by 5. That is the dagger they need to put in AKO's side.
Minute 50 to go, Sullivan the other way. Carley looking for space, crosses over on Shoemaker, spins, throws up a layup, gets it to fall, and the foul. Huge basket for AKO.
Carley has came out of the second half coming in aggressive, being the facilitator and hitting that big shot.
21-18. A free throw make would make this a 2-point game. Carley at the line. Deep breath and the shot. Knocks it down. 21-19. 2-point game with a minute 30 to go.
Just like the men's game, it came down to the wire. Both teams want this, and both teams' offensive explosiveness is starting to show.
Theta in no hurry with the lead. No shot clock. They can hold it for as long as they want. But AKO will not make life easy on the defensive end. Caitlin Shoemaker crosses over. Looking for space. Carley wants the steal. They drop it back for Keller. In the corner. Inside, Shoemaker looking. Drops it off. Charvet now back to Keller. Theta in no rush. Shoemaker to her sister. Now it's Ellie. Back to Shoemaker. She's triple teamed. Now she gets it to her sister. Keller at the top. Looking. Charvet. Keller. Shoemaker. And she's fouled by Maggie Sullivan with 49 seconds to go in the game.
Great game plan from Theta. They know there's no shot clock, so they're taking time of possession off for AKO.
Another look at that and one from Carley. Beautiful spin to get the shot off, and the shooter's touch gets it to rattle home. The in-stadium scoreboard now says 21-20. It was at 19-21, but I believe, Drew, they called one of the threes a 2. So it's a 1-point lead for Theta. 1-1, missed by Caitlin Shoemaker. AKO with the possession, down 1, 45 seconds. DeCastro looking to get out of the press, drops it off for Carley. 40 seconds. AKO trailing by 1, Carley drives, kicks it to the corner, and a double dribble is called. A costly turnover for AKO, and Theta will get the ball back with 35 seconds.
Carley just made a little mistake with the double dribble, just trying to get to the rim, but making that mental mistake.
21-20. Theta, inbound pass too long, race for it. DeCastro beats Shoemaker. And they're going to call Shoemaker for a foul on the fight for the ball.
Theta just threw the outlet pass a little too long, and Shoemaker could not get there in time. But
with 29 seconds, Carley DeCastro is headed to the line, and she can give AKO the lead for the first time since the first 3 minutes of the game when they went up 2-0.
Never say die, right? Down by 6, and you just never give up, and that's why you play your heart out until the final minute.
Big pressure at the line for the senior. Misses it long, fight for the rebound. Keller comes away with it. Gets it to Caitlin Shoemaker with 25 seconds. She is fouled by Spidell. And Drew, this could be a battle of who can make the free throws late in this one.
AKO has gotten to the line more than Theta has this game, but AKO has not capitalized on their free throw attempts. So Theta's just got to hit a couple here, get it up by 3, and see where it goes. But AKO's just not letting off.
24 seconds. Caitlin Shoemaker at the line. 1-1. Gets the first one to drop. 2-point lead for Theta, looking for revenge after AKO beat them in the championship game last fall. Second shot for the junior. Gets it to drop.
Talk about being clutch from both shoemakers, especially Caitlin right there hitting both of them.
Long pass, Loso has it, looking for space. 18 seconds. AKO does not need a three, but if they have an open one, they will take it. On the baseline, Spidell. Inside, throws up the layup. Off glass, no good, gets her own rebound. Throws it up, no good, 6 seconds. Charvit with the rebound. The team captain will seal this one for Theta. They get revenge on AKO and they take it 23-20 in Assembly Hall. We knew these two were the teams to beat in the WGBA, and Theta with a statement, taking down AKO in dramatic fashion.
What a game. That's all I can say. Theta goes up, they put an exclamation mark on it, but AKO just comes right back into the final seconds, and that's what you live for, that's what you play for, and Theta comes away and gets revenge from that loss of last year in the championship game.
Player of the game, Ava Shoemaker. 2 threes, 4 free throws, 10 points, only player in the game in double figures. A terrific game for her. Kappa Alpha Theta gets the win over Alpha Chi Omega. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. The fraternity final is coming up next on HDN.
Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by itch and irritation from not wiping fully clean because he was relying on the dry stuff to wipe. Yikes. But what man didn't realize is that wetter cleans better. Behold, wet extra large dude wipes. See how wet dude wipes completely clears while dry TP smears, leaving debris behind on Uranus. Ditch the itch and switch to wet extra large dude wipes for the best clean, hands down.
Welcome to the historic Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana, home to the Greek Basketball Association Championship at Indiana University. What started with 16 teams is down to just 2. The number 8 seeded Sigma Phi Epsilon and the number 3 seeded Lambda Chi Alpha just minutes away from squaring off. Alongside Cooper Schoenberg, I'm Luke Brenneman, and we are thrilled to bring you all the action right here on the HomeTeam Network. So Cooper, the Final Fours have gone on today. We've been here all day, seen both of these teams advance. What have you seen in kind of the style of this championship matchup?
Simply put, one word: hustle. Of course, in the last game against Beta Theta Pi, Sigma Phi Epsilon was everywhere on the offensive glass. Countless offensive rebounds in that overtime period led to an 11-1 run that gave them the 43-32 victory. That is the reason why they're playing in this championship game right now. And for Lambda Chi, we saw them running up and down the court tirelessly in transition. If they're able to do that, it is going to be a phenomenal matchup.
Plenty more to talk about and tip-up coming up, but for now, we'll step aside for the national anthem, courtside at Assembly Hall.
Test, 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 test. Fights o'er the ramparts we watch, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ready, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Right back here at Assembly Hall. Starting fives coming up on the PA, but we'll give them to you first here on the stream. We'll start with the 8-seeded Sigma Phi Epsilon, number 30, the 6'1 sophomore guard Jake Gallagher out of Elmhurst, Illinois. Their point guard Sam OJ, the 6'2 senior from Franklin, Indiana. Number 24, a freshman at 6'2 from New Albany, Indiana, Rylan Shrink. And the power forward wearing number 5, Owen Cohn, a 6'3 sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. And finally rounding out the starting 5 for Sigma Phi, number 22, Sam Hanchar, the 6'5 senior from Indianapolis. Moving it over to Lambda Chi Alpha, the 3 seed in the Indiana tournament. We'll turn it over to the PA guy, Quincy Bell. Why not?
There we go.
Championship matchup at Indiana University between the 8 seed SIGA and the 3 seed ranked number 24 nationally, Lambda Chi. It's time to meet tonight's starting lineups. First, the visitors of SIGA. First, a 5'11 sophomore from Elmhurst, Illinois, number 30, Jake Gallagher. A 6'2 senior from Franklin, Indiana, number 0, Sam Auger. A 6'4 junior from Pasadena, California, number 21, Luke McGrath. A 6'2 freshman from New Albany, Indiana, number 23, Ryan Shrink. And a 5'3" sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia, number 5, Owen Cone. And now the starters for Lambda Chi. First, a 6'1" junior from Chicago, Illinois, number 19, Drake Gallardo. A 6'1" senior from Franklin, Indiana, number 11, Carson Hunter. A 5'10" sophomore from Franklin, Indiana, number 5, Grant Hunter. A 6'6" sophomore from Detroit, Michigan, number 14, Charlie Curo. And a 6'6" junior from Fishers, Indiana, number 0, Carter Gutt. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play some ball.
Just about time to tip things off here at Assembly Hall. One more time alongside Cooper Schoenberg, I'm Luke Bredeman. You're watching the Greek Basketball Association Championship at Indiana University. Cooper, the winner of this game punches their ticket automatically into the 64-team tournament just a couple weeks from now nationally that the GBA is hosting in Memphis, Tennessee.
Gonna be a fun one. We're gonna see who wants it more. Both teams look so hungry in the last matchup. Respectfully, both teams looking amazing. Tanner Tetchendorf was all over the place for Lambda Chi Alpha, and when I'm looking for out of Sig Ep is Jake Gallagher, who is getting it done on both ends of the floor.
Hero and Hanchar tip it off. Hanchar wins it back, but he knocked it out of bounds, and it'll be Lambda Chi ball. All right, we're off and running. 2 20-minute halves, running clocks. It does stop under 5 minutes on a foul call, not if the ball trickles out of bounds until deeper into the ball game. Carson Hunter takes it off the inbound. He crosses the timeline, and Lambda Chi will start with the opening possession of this one. Hunter, step in mid-range. That is just a little short. But Curo fights for the offensive rebound. A kick out to the other Hunter, and now it's Daly on the wing. Tetchendorf drives in, backs down, has it right at his hip, and it's poked away. But a foul is called on the baseline.
I'm telling you right now, the reason why they are even able to get in the paint, why they are able to get that foul on the floor, all started from that Curo offensive rebound. That was my key of the game. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
Tetchendorf throws it into Carson Hunter. He leads this team in every category. He truly is their glue guy, and he can do it all. Here's his brother, Grant Hunter, at 3, nowhere near the iron. And an air ball exits play. Sig Ep will take over for their first offensive possession in the GBA Championship. How about this atmosphere, Cooper?
I was going to say, we are going to hear a lot from each of these crowds. Any air ball, any foul call that they don't like, you are going to hear it through our own headsets.
Gallagher plays it inside to Hanchar. A foul right on the free throw line extended. They're going to put that one on Grant Hunter. Reached in a little bit too early.
It's a scrappy brand of basketball. No one wanting to give an inch to each other. You try to get it in the paint, you are going to get hacked. You try driving, you are going to get hacked. You try bringing it up the floor, you're going to get hacked.
Gallagher plays it to Hanchar, right back to the lead guard from Elmhurst, Illinois. Steps back, thought about it. Now top of the key, here's Ojay. Couple jab steps. He drives in the lane, step back, mid-range. And he dumps it off to Hanchar. Right back to Ojay, corner 3. That's off the mark. And here comes Lambda Chi in transition. This is their game. Hunter cuts it to the middle, slows it down. Now dribbles into the short corner. Still Carson Hunter with the rock. Kick outside to his brother Grant Hunter, a pure shooter for this team at the game winner in the semifinal win. Foul called on the interior. Still 17:39 to go. Clock continues to run on stoppages at this point in the game. No score in the GBA final.
Right there, that's 2 quick ones on Sig Ep. You do not want to get a team in the bonus early on. These are 2 good shooting free throw teams. Free points are what can win a team a game.
Carson Hunter up top. Hunter goes left off the screen. Nice bounce pass inside. Shot fake. And Curo lost it underneath, and they say he walked. Looks like he got bumped a little bit on the shot fake, but the call goes in Sig Ep's favor. and they'll take over with 17 minutes left in the first half.
You know, different from playing in the frat backyard, not having official refs. Now they do. As good as these guys are going to officiate this game, they're going to let these kids play ball.
Here's Shrink, drives in, right hand, tough finish, and he's fouled on his way up. It's Grant Hunter booked for the personal foul. And going to the line for 2 is the freshman, Rylan Shrink.
I could count maybe 2 times I saw an easy layup in last game's men's semifinal against Beta and SIGEP. There are going to be no easy opportunities to get a bucket in this one.
So after 3.5 minutes of basketball, the first point is now on the board. SIGEP trying to go up 2-0 on the Shrink free throw. That one's in and out. Hunter grabs the rebound. And this is the pace. You're going to see it the entire way for 40 minutes out of Lambda Chi. They're not very deep. They only play about 7 guys. Wide open, Gallardo in the corner. That's off the mark. Ball's tipped out. Offensive rebound for Teschendorf. Thought about it. Tries the jumper. And that one doesn't go down. Shrink with the rebound. He'll bring it up. Swings it over to Oje. On a one-on-one on an island here in the wing. He takes it in the short corner. Trying to get into the body of Hunter. He does. He goes up. The foul is on who? Lambda Chi and Hunter. So a physical game already. I really want to go back to the main storyline we talked about pregame, Cooper, and that's the pace. SIGEP really wants to slow things down. They want to rebound. They want to guard you, which they're doing right now. Lambda Chi's got to speed it up.
If you're Lambda Chi, what got you that win in your first men's semifinal game?
Shrink in and out on the triple.
It is pushing it in transition and getting quick fire threes.
Here's Teschendorf. Crossover dribble, spins into the lane, poked out. He hits Hunter on the wing. He lets it fly. Bingo! Lambda Chi has come to play. They take a 2-point lead with 15 minutes to go in the first half. It's 3-1.
I mean, there it is. They are going to let that 3 fly. And if it's going down, it's going to go down as a win for Lambda Chi Alpha.
Here's the go-to scorer for SIGEP, Jake Gallagher. Gallagher holds on to this one through the double team, crosses over. And now swings it back out to the freshman Shrink. One more, over to Cone for 3. Off the back iron, rebound to Hunter and Lambda. Trying to run. SIGEP is so sound defensively. Hunter still has it, dishes it off to Teschendorf. Shot fake, drives in with the left hand, now backs into Shrink. One more time, a right hand finish. Tough one, can't get it to go. And the second try, how about 3? Well, that's the charm. Lambda goes up by 4 on the tough effort from Tanner Teschendorf.
If you cannot get the defensive rebound for your team, you are giving up free points. They got the foul earlier off an offensive rebound and an easy putback layup right there for Teschendorf.
Here's Oje, driving into the lane, spins, tough fadeaway finish, nowhere near the iron. That's an air ball, and the Lambda boys will always run. A near turnover in transition. That one hit off the hands of Shrink and will stay with Lambda Chi. So a point that you brought up earlier in this contest. Just under 14 minutes to go, Lambda up 5-1 in the GBA championship here at Assembly Hall. But these are Greek houses, and you and I are both in Greek houses. They play in backyards that might have glass in it, mudded, and maybe not the best conditions, and certainly no official refs. Gallardo misses the first one, tips it back in, and it has been all Lambda in these first 7 minutes, 7-1. But the question I want to bring up to you is how different is now one of the meccas of college basketball hosting this event with 2 full officials. Gallagher can't get the finish, but the tip-in is there from the big fella Cole Bonder.
It's depth perception. You are in a massive, deep arena that is going to mess with your eyes, how you perceive how much strength you need to put under that ball to get the 3 up and in. It is such a different environment, especially not slipping on, you know, spilled liquids or whatever you want to call it. This is controlled indoors, no wind pushing. It's much different, and it messes with the way they think to shoot the ball from the long line.
Gallagher finds Cone. He goes baseline, dishes it back to the 6'5" junior Bonder. Gallagher from way deep. That's short. And Teschendorf takes the rebound. Teschendorf trying to take it himself. Right side, low block, right hand finish, a little bit too strong. Tipped around. This is anyone's basketball. And the foul's going to go on Bonder. The ball will stay underneath with Lambda Chi Alpha. Lambda Chi coached by Thomas Crow. He's in the full suit. Same with the coach for SIG Ep, That is Ben Hicks. These guys are well dressed, and they're not taking this like it's any Greek league or some joke.
No, that's what I was going to say. I love the professionalism out of both coaches, really out of both fan bases. I mean, you get your entire fraternity, your entire house here to rally behind your boys. That is what makes this such a special event put on by the GBA.
Hunter plays it all the way back to Grant Hunter. One more time to Carson Hunter. Hunter, left wing, gets a screen, didn't do much with it. Now trying to have a little bit of a dance with Auger. Dribbles in the lane, shot fake, got him to bite, and a nice pass underneath to Cure. He goes reverse, gets blocked by the rim, and it trickles right off the hands of Cole Bonder, and everybody in Sigma Phi Epsilon hates it.
Look, Big Brett is going to let you know when he doesn't like the call, and that is exactly what he's doing. Definitely a tough one to tell, and of course, the crowd going to play a little factor, and it's going to go Sig Ep's way.
Sig Ep trying to get on the board offensively and kind of get things going. We've now played 9 minutes of basketball in the first half, 7-3, Lambda Chi leads. Gallagher drops it off to the lead point guard, Auger. Auger. Still has it, up top. Wraparound reach, and it's a good one from Hunter. A turnover for Sig Ep. Down the lane, Teschentorf. He pulls it back. A nice pass underneath for the easy lay-in to Grant Hunter. That's good basketball right there. Defense transition into an easy deuce on the other end. It's 9-3 Lambda Chi.
All gas, no brakes. Lambda Chi running in transition is such a dangerous threat for this Sig Ep team. If they can't stop them, no one has been able to. So I don't see how the flip or the script is going to flip.
Sam Auger with the rock. Slow things down. They're trying to post up the 6'5 Bonder. Trying to get it into him inside. A late whistle on the kickball violation. It will stay with Sig Ep.
Sometimes you got to have some help from the players. Make a obvious call apparent when you can't see it. Kickball right there. It's going to stay Sig Ep's way. But right now, I really want to see Jake Gallagher get into the lane, drive, take on, a much more bigger presence, because obviously Curo is big down in the paint. But if he can get to a spot off the glass, that's an easy bucket for Sig Ep to get on the board again.
Here's Bonder inside. Puts it on the deck. He's battling right now. Spins to the left hand. And the shot won't count, but a foul before the tough left-handed finish is going to go on Lambda Chi.
And Big Bread had 2 and 1 in last game's matchup against Beta. He wasn't able to hit from the charity stripe, but if he's able to get those tough shot downs, the easy ones, he'll make look easy.
Here's Freeman. Bumps it over to Cone, trying to get in the lane. Lambda just so physical. Auger, tough 3 buckets. Sig Ep needed that one. 9-6 now the count. And not only did they need it just for the sake of momentum, but to see one go through right now, it's been all Lambda, and don't look now, but a 3-point game. Tough mid-range jumper, that's off the mark. And the rebound goes to the big fella Bonder.
Give them a taste of their own medicine. They've seen Lambda already hit a couple threes in this one, so they go and get one of their own.
Gallagher, a nice fake. The finish, too easy, missed it. But Bonder right there to help him out, and Gallagher is down in some serious pain on the baseline. You never want to see this, Cooper.
Grabbing on his right knee, it looks like, or abdominal. Can't tell if it's a leg injury or if it's something like a wind knocked out of him. Not looking good right now for Gallagher.
Ben Hicks, the head coach, and Gavin Groves, the assistant for Sig Ep, come out. Gallagher is trying to walk off on his own weight right now. He is their go-to guy. When we talk to these coaches throughout the week, they said the go-to scorer. He gets baskets at every single level. He can shoot the 3 if we need him to, and he really plays physical defense. So we'll see if he does return. He's now seated behind the bench. 8:35 to go, first half. 9-8, Lambda leads Sig Ep in the GBA Indiana Championship game at Assembly Hall. Cooper, what have you seen early in this game?
Once again, when I said it in our little pre-game speech, hustle. We've seen Lambda Chi already with 4 offensive rebounds, 2 in 1 possession. That went to Teschendorf. That was able to get him a nice, easy putback layup. That is what has accounted for at least 6 of their 9 points thus far.
Hunter Looking to play a little bit of a two-man game with his brother, Grant Hunter. They have Teschendorf. Now for the first time this afternoon, here's Reese Kumler. He steps back, trying to find someone to pass it to. He's getting smothered by Cone, and he turned it over. That's good defense for Sigap. Going the other way is Shrink. Has it, far wing, one more time. Bonder thought about it, driving in the lane hard, and he was hacked. Cole Bonder will shoot two. And for the first time this afternoon in the championship game, Sigap has two shots. And if Bonder can convert, they'll have the lead.
And he really wasn't able to hit from the charity stripe in the last game against Beta, but if he can do it here, that's gonna not only give him the lead, but a lot of momentum.
First free throw, a little bit short.
Right now, if you're Bodner, you just gotta out of mind, out of sight, put it in the back of your head, hit this one. It's a tie ball game, even though you're without Jake Gallagher, who we can see right now getting a little stretch in on that right leg. And now it's a tie ball game.
9-9 after Bonder goes 1 for 2. Sub comes into the game. That's Hanchar. Bonder will get a blow. Both student sections, you got to think, are going to be up the entire way. And the first time out of this contest comes from SIGEP. Each team gets 2 per half. So we've played 13 minutes of basketball all square in the title contest. You go back to the storylines, the team meetings. We talked with all the players. This Lambda team is locked in, Cooper. Their entire team joined our media availability conference. We just asked for a coach, a spokesperson of the team, and every single guy joined. They're dialed in.
I thought it was really fun to see them all on the Zoom, super excited and eager to talk to us, very selfless when speaking about one another. We would ask about Hunter, we would ask about Teschendorf, and someone else would then field the question talking about the other person's strengths on the floor. I think that speaks to a very selfless team, and that's kind of their brand of basketball. Getting in transition, looking for the open man, and getting the easiest bucket possible.
And I want to bring up just one more point before we get deep into this ball game. This is homecoming weekend here at Indiana University. This is the Greek Basketball Association. You know, nobody's saying anything, but if you know what you know about Greek life at a school like Indiana, these guys are now in their second game of the day. The clock runs, it's as physical as it gets. Now I'd like to think the 21-year-olds out here are coming off a rough weekend.
One word, rowdy, how about that? Homecoming week, Indiana, Bloomington.
Well, it's the GBA Finals for now at Assembly Hall. 9-9, 7 minutes to go in the first half between Lambda Chi and SIGEP. Tanner Teschendorf, mid-range jumper, got it to go. 11-9, Lambda leads. That's what the GBA is all about, just high-level scorers who are not playing at the college level but still had dominated in their varsity careers. Auger drives in on Teschendorf, kicks it out to Shrink. That's a freshman right there, right back to Auger. Now on the elbow, backing down Teschendorf, a nice pass, and the layup is missed. Did Hunter get a piece of that? It looks like Shrink just smoked it.
Now, alluding kind of to what you just said in the previous broadcast when we were talking about SIGEP and Beta, not only are these players students, but really they are student athletes playing in Assembly Hall at a high level, playing high-level basketball.
Here's Cone. Takes it out to Shrink. Shrink has not checked out of this game yet. He lets one fly from deep. Off the rim, Gallardo has the rebound, and Teschendorf will take it the other direction. Teschendorf is doing everything right now for SIGEP, up and under, too strong. And here comes Hanchar. Big fella immediately passes it back to Patrick Freeman. And one more time to the point guard, Auger. He lets it fly from downtown, in and out. I thought that one was good. He wanted it too. Driving in quickly is Hunter. Drop off underneath, head fake, Teschendorf. That's too easy, but that's Lambda Chi's game. They're quicker than you, they're in shape, and they get to the rim. They lead by 4, 13-9.
You were not going to see Teschendorf smoke too many layups like he did 2 possessions ago, but right there, getting an easy one back, got to feel good mentally.
Shrink goes up with the right hand. That's as tough as they come. Gives a look to Hunter, who he left on the ground after that one. And Hunter gets up with a little bit of a hobbled ankle right now. He's looking to be all right and trying to shake it off. Carson Hunter, right wing. Can't give him that much space. Narrowly missed it. Offensive rebound to Goot. He's fouled. Can't get it to go, but will shoot a pair.
But here it is again. You just let the three fly, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, worst case scenario, I miss. Well, my big men are going to clean up my mistakes. They're going to get the offensive rebound, and now you have 2 from the charity stripe. Hopefully, they can cash in and take a commanding 4-point lead in this one.
Here's Carter Goot. Back up for this team. This is the first free throw. He's not really a natural hooper, is what their head coach Thomas Crow said. But he adds a lot of size, an inside finishing ability, and a physical rebounder. You saw it right there. He's going up with some towers on the inside for Sig Ep. He grabbed the rebound, trying to get 1 of 2 here. A high arcing free throw.
And almost touched the ceiling.
13-11, Lambda leads. 4 minutes to go in the first half of the GBA championship at Indiana University. Looked to be a pickpocket from Teschendorf, but a little bit too physical on the near sideline. That's a foul on Lambda Chi.
We're going to get gut out here for Kuro coming back in. I think, you know, Coach Thomas Crow saw enough. Obviously, that presence on the offensive glass is amazing, but if you're not able to finish at the free throw line, being a big man and drawing a foul, it's not going to do it.
And look who's back in the game. Jack Gallagher brings it up for Sig Ep. That's a good sign for them. Kick out, triple off the front of the iron, and Gallardo will grab the rebound. Lambda Chi will rarely slow this one down. Here's Hunter, trying to get him going. Drops it back. Gallardo, open 3, butter! Lambda goes up by a 5-point advantage with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Sig Ep looking to respond. That's Cone in the corner. Dumps it inside. Hanchar getting physical. Kick out to the big fella, Bodner. How about the triple? Oh my, 6'5", and he's stroking it from distance. 2-point game in the first half.
Let me tell you something, back-to-back possessions, nothing but nylon. Absolute electric stuff from the big men on both sides.
Hunter mid-range jumper won't go, and Cone dumps it to the point guard Gallagher. Cone, near side wing. Bonder inside, catches it with one hand. His other hand was dragged down. The foul is going to get booked on Kuro. And right after Lambda hit that 3, they go up by 5. We're starting to think they're going to get their game going, and every time Sig Ep has had a response in this first half, Cooper.
Let me tell you something. I wouldn't call it a Cinderella story necessarily if Sig Ep were to walk away with the win, but it would be something special, somewhat of an upset, and it's really big that they are able to not only have big men, but have big men that can shoot from beyond the arc. That was a big-time 3 right there from Bodner.
Teschendorf will sit down for Lambda. Back into the game is Grant Hunter. That right ankle looks to be okay. 2 shots still coming up right now for Cole Bodner, the 6'5" junior from Libertyville, Illinois. And he can't get the second one to go. Lambda stays up by 2. Hunter in transition, swings it to his brother. One more, Gallardo. How about 2 in a row from distance? That one's off the right side of the rim. Up in the air for anyone who touched it last. That was Kuro. And Sig Ep a chance to tie or take the lead with $1:25 to go in the first half.
Not able to corral that one, and as you mentioned, $1:20 left in this first half. You would be so happy going into this one tied or even with a lead if you're Sig Ep. You got Jake Gallagher back. Take it to the hoop, get a bucket.
Gallagher, kick out. Bodner shot fake one more time. That's Hanchar for 3. Air ball. Gallardo with the rebound. Gallardo can take it up. Not the most confident dribbler when you have a point guard like this guy right here. Reminds me a lot of Chris Paul, Carson Hunter. A floor general, physical. Gallardo drives in, right-handed floater. That's a tough finish. May not be pretty with Gallardo, the jumper too, but man, he is coming on right now in the first half of this championship game. 18-14 Lambda, 34 seconds to go.
Right there, discombobulated in the air, but Gallardo able to fill it up. Give him a 4-point lead with 25 remaining in this first half.
Sig Ep looks to be holding for the last shot here. Gallagher on the 5-second count, moves it over to Shrink. 15 seconds to go, 18-14, Lambda Chi with the lead. Sig Ep, the 8th seed on a Cinderella run. Lambda Chi ranked in the top 25 nationally, trying to hold this lead. Shrink, 5 seconds to go, steps in, long range jumper, that's short, 2 seconds. Hunter from half court, nope, they didn't get it off. One more pass to Kuro was a little bit too much. And we head into halftime, 18-14. Cooper, your first half takeaways.
Phenomenal game on both sides of the floor. 18-14, it's anyone's game. A 4-point deficit is nothing. We've seen both of these teams dig themselves out of holes that they originally climbed into. Now for Lambda Chi, just keep getting in transition. Those threes were awesome, and those offensive rebounds were even better. If you're SIG up, get the big men down below. Bodner, Hanchar, box out a little bit, clean up the boards, get into transition, kind of take a page out of Lambda Chi's book. And look, you got Big Brett here at the top of the key who was able to splash that three at the end of the half, keeping it only a 4-point deficit for them. If you're able to do that throughout the entirety of this game, you're going to be right there in it.
We've played 20 minutes, 20 more to go when we come back in the second half of the championship game in the GBA at Indiana. 18-14, Lambda Chi leads. Time for the second half here at Assembly Hall in the GBA Championship at Indiana University. After the first 20 minutes of play, Lambda Chi Alpha leads Sigma Phi Epsilon 18-14. Alongside Cooper Schoenberg, I'm Luke Brenneman. Cooper, your takeaways of the first half?
I think that this 4-point deficit by SIGEP, they're doing it to themselves. One, allowing for numerous offensive rebounds by Lambda Chi, but really in transition, instead of pressing up, they are sagging off. That is allowing Lambda Chi to either get open looks from three-point or drive it in with ease. If they are able to come up, play a little more physical brand of defense, they are going to stop the flow of points from Lambda Chi, and they can retake this lead.
SIGEP will have the ball first in the second half. 20 minutes running clock will stop as we get closer to the 5-minute mark on fouls and balls knocked out of play. 20 minutes to crown a champion at Indiana University in the Greek Basketball Association. Gallagher has it. He finds Shrink. A little bit of a wheel action to start for SIGEP. Here's Auger, gets inside to the block, goes to the right hand. How tough is that? Sam Auger, oh my, the 6'2 senior gets the second half started, a 2-point game.
Beautiful use of the off-arm drop stepping and flipping it up, filling it up off of the glass.
Hunter to Hunter, that's a triple, and that is a wet ball. SIGEP gives up a 3 to Lambda Chi. Grant Hunter splashes it home. They're up by 5.
Nothing but nylon, brother telepathy. Gotta be a little cheat code there. You gotta check that one out.
Gallagher, one more, Shrink for 3. It's a scoring parade in the first minute of the second half. I hope you took the over. 2 threes and a bucket, 8 points in the first minute. 2-point game. Hunter kicks it out to Teschendorf. He had himself a first half. He was all over the place. He goes inside, right hand finish on the block, up and over Shrink. That's just an upperclassman move on a freshman right there. Lambda Chi leads by 4.
So I guess everybody's just going to score every single possession. This is phenomenal offense being played. Not even bad defense, but these buckets are tough and they are getting them to fall.
Gallardo grabs the rebound. He'll bring it up. He was the leading scorer along with Bonder for SIGEP with 7 points in the first half. Gallardo, mid-range jumper, way too strong. Tipped out to Shrink. And SIGEP will bring it up trailing by 4.
Really don't mind that look from Gallardo, though. We saw it multiple times, discombobulated when he goes up, but it goes in.
Gallagher inside, and for the second time tonight, he has missed a bunny. Hunter, transition 3, he was fouled. Gallagher hobbling as well.
What we're seeing right now from Jake Gallagher is an injury to that right leg, something that he sustained in the first half, now looking to be apparent and really affecting him. This is a fast Lambda Chi team that loves to run in transition. If he's not able to get back, then it's a 4-on-5 ball game.
This is the type of half, Cooper, that when we talked about in the open and pregame, Lambda Chi wants to play this style of game. They'll give up baskets, but they'll score faster. Hunter, 3 shots from the line, 1 of 2 thus far.
Inch for inch. They are not, if they see a weakness, like chum and shark infested water, they are gonna go after you. And if Jake Gallagher can't get back, they're gonna take advantage.
6-point lead for Lambda Chi Alpha, trying to punch their ticket as the Indiana University champion to the 64-team GBA National Tournament in a couple of weeks in Nashville. Here's Freeman, drives in, now kicks it back out to Cone. 1 more to Shrink. This Lambda defense is everywhere. Cone for 3, they need it. That's a little bit short. Hanchar tips it to Cone, 1 more to Shrink. That's beautiful basketball right there. 4-point lead for Lambda after the deuce for SIGEP. And this game is back and forth into the second half. Hunter, near side wing, trying to have a dance with Auger. Goes in, picks up his dribble, now just trying to get out of it. 1 more to Kuro inside. Tries to go over the head with the finish. Really good defense to Hanchar.
Beautiful ball movement on both ends of the floor, though. Saw it with Lambda Chi, trying to get it in there to Kuro.
Auger for 3.
And then SIGEP the possession before getting the easy layup.
Risky pass in transition from Hunter. He was looking to find Teschendorf, knocked out of bounds by Shrink. 16 minutes to go, 25-21, Lambda Chi leads SIGEP. Cooper, if SIGEP is fully going to get back in this game, we've seen them go down and then they tie it up. They go down, they tie it up. 6 to 8 point runs. How is that going to happen?
2 words, 1 name, Cole Bonder. He can get it done in the paint. He can shoot the 3 lights out. If they are able to get him open, he will make this Lambda Chi team pay.
Ryland Shrink dumps it over to Sam Auger. Now inside to Bodner. He missed the layup, tried to tip it in. Shrink thought he got fouled. And there is a late foul call. That goes on Bonder. Wow. Sigep not happy with that, but the call is going in Lambda's direction as of right now. Same with the 4-point advantage. 15 minutes and 15 seconds to go.
I will say, rare miss right there, right at the rim. An easy layup, it looked like, for Cole Bonder. If he gets another one of those back, he will make Lambda pay.
Hunter got Auger in the air, picked up his dribble, drops it right back off to Teschendorf. Here's Grant Hunter. Jabs in, fade away, dishes it behind the back on an awkward jump pass, but it worked. Teschendorf inside, gives him an elbow to eat, and the bucket is waved off. They said the foul was on the floor. Can you believe that?
That is the second time in this game that we have seen an and one look like it was going down and counting. Unfortunately, waved off and getting called on the floor. Can't really say I agree with that one. It looked like he was in the act of shooting, picking it up, using his 2 steps.
Hunter, step back 3, a little bit short.
But to each their own.
And the over-the-back foul gets booked on Lambda Chi. So the question with Bodner, he doesn't start. He was a leading scorer in the first half with 7 points, yet to score here in the second half of play. But it's how much can he play? 6'5", Lambda likes to run. He's got to get up and down the floor, and you can see him easily going to the bench, looking for some water, and especially a rest every now and then. So how can Sigep manage his minutes? Auger steps through off the backboard, and the rebound goes to Lambda. Knocked away by Cone. He's diving for it. He keeps it in bounds to Auger. Up and into the defense. No foul called. Teschendorf with unbelievable defense there. Hunter, rim run, Euro step, drops it back to Gallardo. Floater with the right hand, in and out. Goot had it and lost it. And some sloppy basketball right now. Kick out, Auger, wide open 3, got it! 25-24, Auger grabbing at his right knee. And Sigep is just plagued with injuries right now.
Taking a page out of Lambda's book, running in transition, finding the open Auger. Obviously right there, Gallardo able to get to the bucket. That was one of those first half discombobulated ones that he was able to flip up and fill up. But right there, an absolute beautiful 3. I'm telling you, if they are able to do that, they will stay in this game, get to their spots on the wing, somewhere where Lambda isn't the best at defending. But right there, Auger, getting injured once again, seemed to just come up awkwardly.
He's on this shot right
3.
here. It's that right leg, he immediately grabbed at the knee area, but sometimes that can just be a lower leg ankle thing as well. Good to see him standing up for now, but Auger is having himself a fantastic championship game so far. And Sigep is right back in this game. 25-24, Lambda Chi leads and has the basketball.
The clock does stop in the second half, other than how it would run in the first half. So that's able to allow them more time, where if a guy like a Gallagher or an Auger gets injured, they're able to rest it out, sit on the bench a little bit, and get better.
Crowd gets right back on their feet. What's new? 13 minutes to decide the champion of the GBA at Indiana University. Dozens of Greek houses with teams. 16 made the tournament, and we're left with Lambda Chi and Sigep. Kick out, Gallardo, he goes baseline, picks up his dribble, spins it right back. Driving on the baseline, Gallardo, he challenges Bodner, and that was not a smart move. Sigep, a chance to take the lead under 13 minutes to play. Shrink, one more. Gallagher thought about it, drives in with the right hand, kicks it out. And Bodner getting everybody excited with that shot fake. He made his last triple. Cone, kick out. Here's their guy, Gallagher. Got to get him going. The product of Elmhurst, Illinois, the 6'1" guard. This time it's Ryland Shrink's turn. What can the freshman do? Mid-range to take the lead off the glass, a little bit too strong. Hunter 1-on-3 in transition, kicks it back out, mid-range to the other Hunter, in and out. Goot grabs the rebound. Gallardo, top of the key, why not let it fly? Splash! Tells the crowd to get into it a little bit. Lambda Chi by 4.
Second of the game for Gallardo. We said it's not the prettiest looking shot, but if he's able to get it up there wide open, he will make you pay.
Inside goes Shrink. He was fouled and will shoot 2. I mean, when one team punches, the other throws 2 right back. And that's what you want in a championship game of 2 teams and a Greek life scene like Indiana University. This is high-level basketball right now. And you take a look at that Gallardo 3. Started on the Goot rebound. Gallardo leading all scorers in this contest with 10 points.
Back and forth, tit for tat. Anything I can do, you can do better. Because it seems like whoever strikes first, they're going to let up something on the next ensuing possession.
Ryland Shrink, a stretch wing who can knock down jumpers and space the floor. The head coach for SIGEP, Ben Hicks, told us that Shrink is a really confident young player. We mentioned he's just a freshman, but he has such a touch with the ball, especially in his jump shot, that he's got to play just about every minute. 2 for 2 at the line, and that cuts the deficit to 2. 28-26, Lambda Chi with the lead. 10:45 to go in the championship game at Simon Scott Assembly Hall. Hunter, top of the key, gets a screen, tries to drop it off, and he flat out turned it over. Cone running quickly, looking for the left hand. He's mugged on the baseline. And Grant Hunter booked with the foul. We'll see if he was shooting or not.
And I'll tell you this right now, any coach in basketball is going to tell you, and they will preach, if you can hit your free throws, you are going to win the game for your team. Absolute clutch out of the speedy freshman right there at the line.
Hanchar will throw it in on the baseline. Carson Hunter gets a rest. He comes out of the game. Jump ball. And that's a bad turnover. Here's Teschendorf in transition, looking for the right hand. He muscles his way there, but he missed the layup. Hanchar finds Freeman across the court to Cone, right in front of the SIGEP bench. And they'll bump it right back to Gallagher.
Unnecessary turnover right there on the inbound, trying to get something off ball. But if you're able just to get it to the open man down low, then you can reset. Again, no shot clock, so teams are able to take their time and get in their stride.
Shrink, mid-range jumper off the front iron. 2-point lead for Lambda, under 10 minutes, and possession of the basketball. Teschendorf, he makes this offense go in the championship game right now to the shooter Hunter, trying to find his shot. Step back, mid-range, short, offensive rebound, and the stick back is good. A big play from Keegan Harrison off the bench, the backup center, and Lambda leads 30-26 with 9 minutes to go.
7th offensive board for this Lambda Chi team in this ball game. That leads to so many second chance opportunities and points.
Cone, top of the key. Right back to Shrink. Guarded by Harrison, who just scored. Shrink having his dance, dumps it off inside to Hanchar. Hanchar backs in, fouled before the shot. Hanchar's a guy that we talked to in media availability during the week, and he said, I feel like I can't contribute offensively outside of rebounding the basketball because when there's no refs at these Greek House backyard courts, I'm never getting that call.
Well, guess what? When you're a big body and you go down low, you put your head down, your shoulder down, and you go to work, you're going to get the calls when you have referees that know how to call a proper game. And now he's at the line shooting 2.
Almost airballed the first one. Struggled to score at times throughout this season, but does provide strength and a lot of physicality inside. Listed at 6'5", a senior from Indianapolis, Indiana. I mean, how cool is this? A senior from Indianapolis, probably grew up going to games at Assembly Hall, and now playing here in his final year of college at Indiana University. 0 for 2 at the line. Lambda with a 4-point lead, and Thomas Crow will call timeout. Cooper, 7.5 to go. What's going to be the difference?
1 right there. If Hanchar is even able to make just one of those free throws, it's a 1-possession game. It's getting chippy. A lot of fouls are being called. If a team is able to get into the bonus, shoot 1 of 1, and then capitalize on the first one and turn it into two, that can win a team a ball game within a blink of an eye. But if you're SIGAP, you need these injured players to get the rest that they need so that they can get back into the game and help them win. Oje was so big on so many possessions shooting that three. They're down by 4 right now. You'd like to see them go on a sneaky run, do what Lambda Chi does best, take it to them in transition, and get an open look. If you're Lambda Chi, keep doing what you're doing. Great offensive looks. You have 2 great facilitating point guards in the Hunters. If they're able to find the open man, they are not going to miss many open layups.
They've done a lot throughout this game in other ways besides the scoring column. But something to note, Hunter still hasn't scored. Gallagher still without a point to his name. We've played 33 minutes of basketball, 7.5 to go. 30-26, Lambda Chi over SIGAP in the championship game. Here's Hunter. Drives in, drops it off, knocked away by Bodner and picked up by the man right back in the game, the leading scorer in this contest, Sam Oje. Oje drives right, dumps it into Hanchar, knocked out of bounds. That's off Lambda Chi.
Oje back in the game, really big. Instead of him taking up the ball, I wonder if Coach Ben Hicks for SIGAP is going to try to get the ball in Jake Gallagher's hands a little bit more down the stretch.
They go upstairs to Bodner. He drops it off to Gallagher. Gallagher having a dance with Hunter. Drives in. He's bigger than Hunter. Kicks it out to Bodner. Quick closeout. And Oje steps back. Little man-on-man inside, and the big Hanch wins that one. The big fella has some sauce with the left hand. 2-point game, 6.5 to go.
Muscle time down low. It doesn't get much better than that.
Oh man, it's turning into a physical contest on the inside. Hero gets knocked down after getting his own miss, and the ball will stay with Lambda Chi.
This SIGAP team runs big. 6 guys, 6'3" and above, 3 being 6'5". Bonder, one of those guys, they're able to match up well against a guy like Akiro, but a little tougher to defend on the 3-point line.
Teschendorf backing down Gallagher, he gets the call. Tanner Teschendorf, he is having himself a championship game, and this is a guy that their head coach Thomas Crow said has just come on strong the last few weeks. He nearly carried Lambda when they played SAE in this tournament, and now he's the second best scorer on the team. Gallardo not expected to be in double digits, but he's shown up. It's the little things when you just have 40 minutes to be crowned the champion. And right now, the duo of Teschendorf and Gallardo, the difference for Lambda Chi. 1 for 2 at the line. Lambda leads by 3. 5:25 to go. SIGAP getting some extended minutes out of Bodner. Oje to tie, in and out. Hunter trying to move quickly. Lambda still a 3-point lead. Teschendorf, shot fake, drives inside, picks up his dribble. One more, wide open 3. Off the front of the rim, tipped around, offensive rebound to Lambda. And here we go, Hunter trying to get on the board with a triple. Front iron, those are back-to-back big misses from Lambda on open jump shots.
See what Oje does with it here. I think that they really want to go for the tie.
Bodner missed an easy one. Gallardo, he wants it back. Off the iron, gets his own miss. Floater in the lane, a little bit too strong. Ball's tipped up, and Bodner cleans it up. SIGAP, a chance to run. 3-on-2 here. Oje swings it to the corner. It's picked off by Hunter. Grant Hunter the other way to his brother Carson Hunter, a big 3, got it! Lambda by 6 with 4 minutes to go. SIGAP looks tired. Lambda looks into it. Grant Huff will not call a timeout and let Oje keep it atop the key. Oje's got to be looking for his shot here. He has double digits. Drives in, right hand, tough move, fantastic finish, Sam Oje.
And this is a banged up team. We saw Bodner motioning to head coach Ben Hicks, wanting a timeout, wanting a substitution. Ben Hicks waving it off, and the right move right there. Oje hurt, Gallagher hurt, Bonder out of breath. This team is scrapping, scraping, scratching, clawing, doing all that they can.
Carson Hunter, that is as tough as they come. A bad shot there. And the rebound to Freeman. 34-30. SIGEP trailing by 4. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. A bucket here could give SIGEP some serious momentum. Shrink for 3. That's short. That goes out of bounds. The clock continues to run. And Cone and Gallagher will quickly check right back in the game.
And we're seeing the crowd motioning towards something. I don't know if it's a spill.
It's the scoreboard, Cooper.
Okay.
So right on HTN right now, it says 33-30 Lambda. Just moments ago inside of Assembly Hall, it said 34-30. So it looks like we're finally all on the same page.
Okay.
And one of those previous Lambda threes has been reversed to a 2-point jump shot. So that changes a lot. Now a 1-possession game. Lambda up by 3 with the basketball. 3 minutes to play.
If someone's going to do it, it's going to be Carson Hunter. Captain, facilitator, just hit that big-time 3. If he can get hot, he can close it out for Lambda Chi.
He swings it to Grant Hunter. Oh my, string music. Hunter to Hunter could be the Indiana connection in the GBA. Lambda up by 6.
There it is, brother to brother, facilitating at its finest and getting the 3.
Gallagher and SIGEP really needs a response. Shrink inside behind the back. Oh, baby.
I don't know if these guys are still making huddle tapes like I was playing JV basketball, but that better go on there.
Gallardo drives in another floater. What is new? Showing up when it matters most. That's Drake Gallardo. How about that finish? And Lambda up by 6, telling their students to get into it. 2 minutes to play, 38-32. Gallagher to Shrink. Just a freshman in Shrink. He had the behind the back pass. Now he goes up for 2 of his own. Back and forth we go. Timeout SIGEP with a $1:53 to play. This is high-level hoops in the GBA at Indiana.
So tough on both ends of the floor. Nitty-gritty, putting your shoulder down and going to work. Right here, you're going to see Hunter get into transition, and he is just going to let that 3 fly. That is Lambda Chi's game. You saw Bodner, what I alluded to earlier, motioning for the timeout. This team was tired, but kudos and props, hats off to Ben Hicks, because he knew his boys could get one more bucket, and that's exactly what they did. That Hunter connection has been phenomenal all game. Doesn't mean that they have to be the leading scorers on each side of the ball, but they're going to get it done when it matters most. Then Auger, unbelievable off the glass, so tough to make it a 1-possession game. If they can get this pick and roll action like you see here between Auger and Banchar, or and Bodner, they can get quick, easy layup buckets.
Lambda up by 4 and the basketball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Lambda Chi. SIGEP wanted the call right in front of their bench. They look convinced. Close but no cigar. 1:52 to go.
Looking at it right here. Definitely a missed call by the referee off of the fingertips of Carson Hunter. If you're Lambda Chi, you just got away with 1.
The double team and Hunter turned it over. That's uncharacteristic.
Ball does not lie.
You might be onto something there, Cooper, but you can't win if you can't score. And SIGEP's down by 4. Shrink, crossover dribble, back to the middle. Fighting in the lane, step through, he's fouled and will shoot 2.
This kid is unbelievable. Magnificent from the long line, and even better getting to his spot, dribbling to where he wants to be, flipping it up, filling it up. Let's see, he was already able to cash in on 2 free throws earlier. This would make it a 2-point game at best.
First one is right down Broadway, string music. So a 3-point game, 1:31 to go is the exact time. While we have a quick second, a huge shout out to the commissioner and Indiana grad of the GBA, Michael Bales. He has grown this league so fast, and you can tell there is a product, there is a future for the GBA, and HTN gave us a platform today. 2-point game. Lambda trying to get it across. Teschendorf finds Gallardo. He drives in, bounce pass underneath, easy layup, and 1. Charlie Curo fights through contact, and Lambda goes up by 4 pending the foul shot.
Just one of those ones where you wanted to stop oh so badly. If you were able to get it there, You were able to run in transition in a 2-point game where a layup ties it, but going for the foul a little too aggressive.
Thomas Crow, the head coach, said Curo is the reason that Lambda has leveled up. They lead by 5 with 80 seconds to go. Auger thought about the step back 3, couldn't get it off. Shrink inside, through, contact, and 1.
It is tough to keep these fans off the court. A lot of Sig Ep sitting courtside rooting on their boys. This is what it is all about. The speedy freshman getting to his spot. Count that baby in a foul.
Rylan Shrink, instant impact, the 6'2 freshman out of New Albany, Indiana. He scored the last 5 points for Sig Ep, and they trail by 2. A minute left. Teschendorf, one more to Hunter, they get it across. And he turned it over, it's tricked away. Gallardo has it back. Teschendorf finds Hunter right in front of the Lambda bench. Sig Ep defense is all over the place. Teschendorf, kick out, could be the dagger. A charge! A charge was called before Hunter hit the 3. It doesn't get more dramatic than this.
Teschendorf a little too excited. Going down the lane, a beautiful kick out, but such a heads-up defensive play to set yourself up beautifully for the charge. Get an offensive turnover, and now they have the ball only down 2.
Sig Ep is battling right now. A chance to tie for the first time in forever or take the lead. Auger inside, tried to dump it off, knocked out of bounds. Right off Teschendorf, and the ball will stay with Sig Ep. Now, 38 seconds to go, Cooper. What do you do?
You don't want to make any rash decisions here. We saw an earlier turnover on an inbounds play. Look for some off ball.
Auger in the short corner, bumps it back to Cone. You got to think Gallagher's got to get a touch here, but they're going back to the hot hand. The freshman, Shrink, inside, underneath, tie game. Everybody on their feet at Assembly Hall. 41-41 in the championship game at Indiana University. Gallardo inside to Hunter, mid-range, off the back iron, and with 12 seconds to go, Sig Ep may have a chance to win this one. Shrink, near side, he's fouled. With 5.6 seconds to go, Rylan Shrink is fouled in a tie championship game, and he's going to the line for a 1-and-1.
A 1-and-1. We said it earlier. Any basketball coach is going to tell you that free throws are going to win your team the game. Now, with a chance to take the lead with 5.6 left, Lambda in control thus entire time.
It's a 1-and-1 for Shrink. He has made every play in the final 10 minutes for Sig Ep. First shot, it's off. Rebound goes to Lambda, a chance to win it. Hunter in the corner. And a timeout is called by Thomas Crow and Lambda Chi. There's 0.7 seconds remaining, and he's begging for more time.
And I just absolutely love the Sig Ep bench wanting a Thomas Crow technical foul to be called after the argument. I mean, what a torture chamber in that corner. Tough to get out of. Obviously not possible for an 8-second violation, but as soon as they were put in that tough position, daunting as it was, timeouts were being called. Unfortunately, the ref not able to hear it in time.
The ball will be all the way in the furthest corner from the basket that Lambda Chi is trying to win the game on. There's only 7/10 of a second remaining. So you would be logical to think that we may be playing 5 more minutes of basketball here tonight.
That would be a safe assumption. However, just go for the half court heave, find an open man, chuck up a prayer, do something really special here in the GBA Indiana men's final. Look at Gallardo down the floor, a little open, closer to the 3-point line in their offensive territory.
The long inbound to the near side. Hunter has it. He didn't get it off, and he missed it anyway. 41-41, 40 minutes cannot decide a champion in the Greek Basketball Association at Indiana University. Lambda went on runs. Lambda had all the momentum with 5 to go. but the brothers of Sigma Phi Epsilon battled and fought and clawed their way into sending this game into overtime.
Guess what? We got free basketball, just like we saw last game, SIGEP against Beta going into overtime. It's 5-minute period. Whoever outscores who is going to be the winner and march on to that round of 64, playing nationally against other GBA teams. Now, what was able to get SIGEP that win against Beta in the overtime match last game, it was the offensive rebounding. So many second chance points. That is what has given Lambda Chi the lead for the entirety of this game, taken away within the blink of an eye. But if SIGEP is able to do what they did last game against Beta, they can win this game easy peasy. But if you're Lambda, keep on taking it to them. Gallardo has been phenomenal on the off-balance shots. Flip it up, fill it up. That's the name of the game. 5 minutes.
Lambda looking to reset after blowing a 6-point lead with under 3 minutes to go. SIGEP looking to hold on to all of the momentum they've gotten to get it to a 5-minute overtime. This is what Greek life is all about, brotherhood. And 5 minutes to decide a winner at Indiana University. Bodner tips it out of bounds. And just like the opening tip of the game, it will go to Lambda Chi. Teschendorf will inbound to Carson Hunter. Hunter has been quiet tonight, impacts the game on every level. Top of the key, gets a screen, drives in, step back midi. Off the side of the iron, a foul is called inside, and it's on Lambda Chi.
It's going to be an over the back right there. Just so hard to box out a 6'5" paint beast like Bonder. And once again, if you're able to just rally up these foul calls over the course of this overtime, they carry over from the second half. They're going to send their best free throw shooter to the line, and that is how you're able to take advantage of a disheartened team.
Clock continues to run. Shrink short on the front end of the 1-and-1. Game stays tied. Shrink missed his last couple free throws, something that SIGEP does not want to see. Hunter trying to find his other brother Hunter. Kuro inside, stops on a dime and lays it in. That's how you beat Bodner. A little bit of speed and a little bit of agility. 43-41, Lambda with the lead.
Everybody has their strengths and everybody has their weaknesses. Driving baseline for Kuro looked so easy right there.
Sam Oje battled through injuries. He's been the difference for SIGEP tonight. Into the big fella Bodner. He's posting up. Cutter, rim run, and a lay-in from Shrink. Man, he is long when he gets up to the rim. All square at 43.
Bunnies, and the kid is everywhere. If he wants to drive, he's going to do it. If he wants to go off ball and cut back door, he's going to do it like he did right there.
Foul on the inside before the kick out to Hunter. And it's going to go on Bodner.
And now they're in the bonus. That's going to send them to the line shooting 1-and-1.
Here's Kuro. He's efficient inside. He's an excellent rebounder, just truly an athlete for Lambda Chi. He has a 1-on-1 here to take the lead with 3 minutes to go in overtime.
A product of the 3-1-3. He's got that Detroit soul, that heart in him. See if he can take the lead for Lambda Chi right here.
It's almost like a Detroit guy said that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
First one is good, and that takes some guts right there. Lambda up 44-43, 2 minutes and 35 seconds with a running clock left on the scoreboard right now. Fingertips in the air for the brothers of Lambda Chi, and a 2-for-2 effort from the starting center when it matters most. Lambda by 2.
That's the difference in this game thus far. Hancher wasn't able to do it, neither was Bodner, but the center for Lambda Chi taking the 2-point lead from the charity stripe.
Sam Oje swings it over to Cone. Cone, backdoor cut. Here's Shrink in the lane. Gallagher, free throw line extended, hands it off. Cone from deep, short. Offensive rebound to Hanchar, knocked out by Gallardo. Hanchar has it on the deck, trying to get rid of it. Gallagher hits the deck. It's anyone's basketball. Gallagher back to Shrink, ream run. But a foul before. And it's gonna go on Hunter in Lambda Chi. Think these guys don't care? You think these guys are tired after a long homecoming weekend? Think these guys didn't play high-level varsity sports in high school? Well, think again.
I'll tell you what they don't care about. They don't care about how tired they are. They are going to leave it all on the line, just like Hunter did. And I'm not sure if Hunter was taken out for foul trouble or if he actually fouled out of this game.
Sig Ep with all kinds of free throw issues right now, but Cone gets the miss. Gallagher. Sig Ep down by 2 with 1:40 to go. Shrink for 3. Just off. Offensive rebound, Handchar. Shrink inside. Physicality. And the finish.
It's
45-45, 90 seconds to go.
what they did all overtime against Beta. Offensive rebounds, second chance points, tie ball game.
Hunter spins in the lane, picks up his dribble on the elbow. Here's Teschendorf. He's been a little bit quiet in the second half. Drives in, goes right up, just a little strong, gets his own miss, and puts it right back. Gallagher is seriously hobbled right now, and he needs to get out of the game.
And here's where Coach Ben Hicks is going to be forced to take a timeout. Playing through injury, hats off to him. But that leg is shot. You can almost see what looks to be the calf or knee of Jake Gallagher.
And that kid's a
protruding it
warrior.
away. Yeah.
Playing for the badge of Sigma Phi Epsilon. Sig Ep trails by 2. This has been the guy the entire second half. Rylan Shrink. Floater to tie it. Short. Gets his own miss, kicks it out. Auger, shot fake. This is for the lead. Little bit too strong. Anyone's basketball. Gallardo grabs it, chucks it off the foot of a Sig Ep, and Lambda has it with a 2-point lead and just 36 seconds to go.
That was Auger's shot. You couldn't ask for something much better. The look was too good to be true, a little strong, a little too excited. Now it's foul ball.
A quick foul. Freeman gives it to Hunter. Hunter, a rock-solid free throw shooter, lives in the mid-range. But with just 34 seconds and a 2-point lead, you need this front end of the 1-and-1. He missed it. Handchar the rebound. Auger thought about swinging it to the near side. He holds on to it. Right on the Simon Scott logo to Shrink. Inside, Handchar to tie, and 1! Sig Ep will not go away. A chance to take the lead, the senior from Indy, Sam Handchar.
Been dreaming of this moment his entire life. Like George Blaha says, count that baby in a foul. That was all due to the unbelievable facilitation by the freshman of Sig Ep, getting it down and dirty to take the lead.
Handchar for the lead. Too strong. Tipped up in the air. Cone had it. Gallardo tipped it away. Where's it going to go? Jump ball because both officials don't know, and that's Lambda Chi basketball.
My hands are on my head, genuinely can't believe that. Such an intense game, and it's really fun to see the Red Sea divided, where you got Lambda Chi on one side, Sig Ep, both pointing their respected ways. Possession arrow definitely going in favor of Lambda Chi, but just an absolute shocker that it was very apparent the ball was tipped off of the Lambda Chi defender. But they're going to rule in favor of them. They're going to give them a chance to win this game. It's 47-47 with 18-3 here. I love a run in transition, get set, don't give them an opportunity to take the lead or tie this ball game up. If Lambda Chi keeps this ball, drain the clock.
Sig Ep is continuing to argue that Lambda got the last jump ball. And back and forth we go in the game, back and forth we go in the officiating. They have just given the ball to Sig Ep with 18 3/10 of a second to go, and a 47-47 game. A chance to win it for Sig Ep. Auger gets it into Cone. He's double teamed. Auger, long 2-point jumper off the back iron. 12 seconds to go. Lambda, a chance to send themselves to Memphis and win the Indiana GBA. Hunter, top of the key. 3 seconds to go. Fadeaway 3 for the win. That's off the mark. And no, 40 minutes wasn't enough. 45 wasn't enough. We might be here all night, Cooper. We're going to double overtime.
Guess what? I couldn't be more happy about it. Another free 5 minutes of some unbelievable basketball being played here. Discombobulation, not only from Gallardo, like I've said time and time again, but also from the refs. Not knowing where the possession arrow is going, not knowing who the ball is going off of. Quick tidbit right here. I think that if Bodner is able to get in this overtime period for Sig Ep, that could be the difference for them to win. He did not play much at all in that last overtime period. He is able to space the floor so well, not only picking and rolling, but also picking and popping, being such a good three-point shooter. However, a little change in timing. Instead of it being 5 minutes, it's going to be 3 minutes in the second overtime period.
Both fives come out. 3 minutes to go. Homecoming weekend going after hours at Indiana University. We're approaching 5:30 on Sunday night at Assembly Hall, and we still do not have a champion of the GBA.
Who needs Sunday football when you got GBA basketball?
Alongside Cooper Schoenberg, I'm Luke Brenneman. We've been with you the entire way on HTN. Sig Ep and Lambda Chi, 3 more minutes to try and crown a champ at Indiana University GBA. Gallardo and Hanchar to tip it off. Hanchar tips it all the way back. That's Freeman. He has it. Remember, Gallagher is on the bench. He looks like he's not going to return. The #1 scorer for Sig Ep is injured. Auger, he's been the guy tonight. Drives in, knocked away. He stepped out of bounds and turned it over.
He can't believe it himself. Great defense by Lambda Chi, bringing up 2-on-1, forcing him baseline, and that out-of-bounds line is your best friend when you are on defense.
Here's Hunter. On the near side, drives into the middle, picks it up, finds Teschendorf. Teschendorf inside, muscle through the contact and missed the layup. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Shrink has the basketball. A freshman that could go down in the history books of a performance in the GBA. Kicks it out. Cone for 3. Off the mark. Rebound Gallardo. Nobody has scored in the first minute of double overtime. 47-47. Hunter, rim run, kick out on the no-look pass. Gallardo for 3. That one wasn't very close. And on the rebound, a physical play and a foul booked on Lambda. That's going to go on Harrison.
And that's going to send them to the free throw line. And I'm surprised to see if there is a bonus plus or when a team can get into that territory. Nonetheless, going to be at the charity stripe. A great shooter from the three-point line and a great shooter from the free throw line as he can try to steal 2 right here and give them the lead. It is a running clock, so we're almost down to 1 minute.
Auger, the first free throw.
Yeah, so there's that bonus plus. And if you're Auger, theoretically, you could hold the ball for the next minute, drain out the clock, and have a buzzer beater from the free throw. He's not going to do that.
Auger steps up. Clock stops at 1 minute. And Sig Ep goes up by a point. 48-47. We're under a minute to go. Hunter, near side wing, having a dance on Auger. Mid-range jumper, he was knocked down but missed it. Offensive rebound to Lambda. Gallardo drives in, finds contact, missed the floater. Who was that last touched? Teschendorf. Sig Ep basketball with 42 seconds to go, and Sig Ep has a 1-point lead.
And it's so big that one of the best shooters on this Lambda Chi team, Grant Hunter, is out. Fouled out in that overtime. And now they're without one of their best shooters.
A long ball to Auger works. He has it right in front of his coach. Here's Cone, 35 seconds to go. You don't have to foul just yet. Lambda looking to now. Cone, one more. Auger back to Cone. The clock is still running. And Cone is fouled. The 6'3 sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia, has a chance to go up by 3 with 29 seconds left in the GBA championship.
Some great keep away ball right there. Now under 1 minute in the second overtime in this game. The clock does stop, but it's a bonus. No 1-and-1s no more.
The first one is true, 49-47. That's a huge shot.
That's nothing but nylon and nothing short of clutch. When his team needs it most, gonna try to give him the comfortable 3-point lead.
Oliver Smith comes in for the first time tonight with 29 seconds, 2 for 2 for Cone. He points at his brothers, and they got a 3-point lead to protect. Hunter goes baseline, 3-pointer to tie. That's short, and Hanchar snags the rebound. Long ball to Freeman. Freeman pulls it out, inside. Shrink. Why didn't he shoot the layup, but he's fouled with 10 seconds.
I think just the way that he has been able to play this game today, he's gonna trust himself at the free throw line. It's not a 1-and-1 anymore. No added pressure on that first shot. Only making one makes it a 2-possession game.
Rylan Shrink, the freshman who has filled it up all night, makes the first, and now it's a 2-possession game with 10 seconds remaining.
There it is, almost Fernando Mendoza-esque. Instead of kneeling it, just running out of the back of the end zone, wasting as much time as possible.
2 for 2, that is stones out of the freshman Shrink. Lambda needs a 3-pointer, and they need it fast. Teschendorf steps in, open 3. He missed it. Rebound to Hanchar, and he's fouled with 0.2 of a second left, and Sigma Phi Epsilon is the 2025 Greek Basketball Association champions at Indiana University.
This crowd is absolutely electric. And a storybook finish is the man from Indianapolis, growing up a Hoosier fan his entire life, in the arena that he loved coming to and watching his favorite team play in, is gonna have the chance to end it and wind out this clock at the charity stripe.
SIGEP did not lead for a single moment in the first half. They were down 6 the whole way. They once went down 8, but they kept coming back. And how about that? An underhand free throw just to put the cherry on top from Hanchar. We'll see if he can do it again. No way. SIGEP, you're champs. They storm the floor and they're headed to Memphis. They beat the number 3 seed in Lambda Chi, who was ranked in the top 25 nationally. What a Cinderella run that was.
What a way to do it too. You have 3 of your best players not only fatigued, but 2 injured. We saw that OJ leg injury. We saw that Jay Gallagher leg injury that sidelined him for pretty much all of overtime. We saw Bodner, the big man, who was able to get it done on so many levels, on so many possessions, fatigued, not able to play, not able to give it his all. Yet this team scratched and clawed, and they found their way to victory, 53-47.
Cooper, that was fun. It was a blast working with you.
Awesome.
Big thank you to everyone at HTN. Obviously, Michael Bales, the commissioner of the league, and Indiana grad a beta here at Indiana. What a new and upcoming league this is, the Greek Basketball Association. You can call them washed up, you can call them ex-varsity players, but the talent's on display. And what an unbelievable contest, totaling 100 points in a double overtime thriller. SIGEP takes down Lambda Chi and own the title rights of the GBA at Indiana, 53-47 your final. We say so long and good night from Assembly Hall.